Good morning. This is your wake up alarm. 3, 2, 1.
This is Ace and TJ 5G.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Ace. TJ. Riggins. Alexis. Tech D-Rob.
Every day.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Oh, as the kids say, we about to get buck in here.
The things that get discussed in here before the show starts. We just found out that Zeus and Thor are in different pantheons. Did I get that right, Rob?
That is correct.
Okay.
And you better not get it all messed up, Riggins.
Yeah.
God.
It's not Zeus.
One is Norse, one is Greek.
Yeah.
One is what's the first one? Norse?
Norse mythology, yes.
Okay. What is Norse mythology, Rob?
That's like the Netherlands people.
Oh, okay.
Their beliefs.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
I thought it was just
Yeah.
Greek and Roman.
I like the nether regions.
I'm with you, Alexis. I thought we just had some Greek and Roman mythology. I didn't
No.
I didn't know we had
Norse.
mythology from the nether regions. Who knew?
Really talk about the myths of the nether regions.
Who knew?
Yeah, why were you? What started this was Riggins just suddenly blurted out, "Rob, who's Thor's father?" Which is an odd question to ask. I wanted to get to the bottom of that.
It was just a crossword clue. It said Thor's father, and I thought Thor's got his own movie. Like he's a superhero.
Yeah.
So I like that they're keeping up with the correct pantheon in the Marvel movies. I can appreciate that.
I had no idea that any of that was tied together. That's how little I know about superhero comic book movies.
I didn't either.
That it's tied to real Greek mythology.
Yeah, I had no idea. No. Wait. No, it's not tied to Greek mythology.
Well,
It's tied to Norse mythology.
Yeah,
the
nether
Greek
regions.
mythology is also in the Marvel
Yeah.
comics. Zeus was in the last Thor movie as well.
Oh, yeah, he was funny in that movie, actually.
Zeus.
So now we're crossing our mythologies, Rob.
Yep.
But isn't Zeus from Hispanic mythology? Because his original name was Jesus.
Exactly.
Jesus, god of whatever. God of the plantain. In Spanish mythology.
No.
No.
Jesus. There are a lot of people, though, who can't pronounce an S sound, and they say the Z sound with it. One of the most brilliant people in United States of America today. His name's Mark Levin. When he says we've got our foot on the gas pedal, he says gas, the gas pedal.
We've got our foot on the gas.
Yeah, and gas is so high right now, whatever.
Gotta give it some gas.
And I know some people like that too. Other people like that. They'll say, and that's where the Barbara Streisand comes from instead of Streisand.
Yeah.
And people who can't say X sounds, but they say S sounds with it. Like my coach was also the PE teacher for the 6th grade.
For the what grade?
6th grade.
The 6th grade?
Yeah. Those fotzes. Where are those fotzes?
Oh, no.
You got a fotz outside your house?
Whoa. That's weird.
I know. So, Jesus it is.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, Brittany Griner was back on the court yesterday. She has signed a deal with her former team, the Phoenix Mercury, I think is what they're called. So they posted a bunch of pictures of her out there practicing just a few months after getting out of the Russian prison.
But Brittany Griner has cut off her hair.
Yeah,
Her dreads.
She has. Yeah, she's going with the close cut look.
She's very handsome with that. Yeah, I like the shorter hair on Brittany
Yeah, I haven't seen her
Griner.
with a new look.
Tatted up. I never saw all the tats before. Yeah.
She get a new tat that says, "Thank God I'm an American," and I got out of that hellhole because of it.
God bless the USA.
I am curious to see at least the beginning of the WNBA season if
That's Ace.
the notoriety that has come out about her helps their attendance at all.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm
There's going to be
interested
some.
to see if more people show up to see her play, if not the entire WNBA. If they don't show up to see her play.
Yeah.
I think maybe less
Really?
people. Yeah.
Because of her previously kind of what
Yeah.
was seen as an anti-American stance. 'Cause
Oh,
I
it
don't know
was
exactly what she said. I don't know
anti-American.
exactly what all she said. But
There's a note that the team posted that Brittany left in the locker room, and it just says, "I'm back, MF," and then her signature. So definitely, I mean, it's causing a lot of interest. I mean, yes, there might
yeah,
people that would like to see it.
I think they'll see a little boost in attendance.
Yeah,
At least for a little while.
yeah. Today's Ash Wednesday, so go get your ashes if you do that. But it's also National Margarita Day, which everybody can celebrate.
Seems
like
like
a
they could have
margarita.
planned National Margarita Day on a better day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But listen, there's something for everybody. It's also National Cook a Sweet Potato Day. But when it's National Margarita Day, I hate to break it to you, sweet potatoes, you're taking second
You're
fiddle.
you're taking
maybe,
back seat on that
maybe
one.
third or fourth fiddle, as a matter of fact. And then Starbucks is introducing a new coffee. It's called an oleata because each drink has a spoonful of olive oil in it.
Yum.
Because talking about the health benefits of olive oil, so that it's a coffee that will have a sheen to it, a slippery sheen on top of it, because they're adding
Ew,
a
a slippery
spoon of
sheen.
olive oil. It's making its debut in Italy starting this week, and it heads to California this spring.
So your coffee will look like what happens when gasoline gets in the
Ew.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want any sheen on my coffee.
yeah,
'Cause that
It's
is
always
not a good
great
look.
whenever you mix oil with a liquid.
yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Like a little rainbow on it.
That bluish greenish color that happens like when gas hits water, that'll be sitting on the top of your coffee now.
Yeah. An ice shaken espresso with oat milk, hazelnut flavor, and then the olive oil, and then a cold brew foam. It's a bit of a mouthful, but you can just order the oleato, and you will get that.
And that's how they're promoting it, is olive oil's good fats that that we need and all of that.
yeah.
So
It's a healthy
Are
fat.
people going to get coffee to get their intake of healthy stuff for the day? Or if they want to eat olive oil, they can just eat olive oil. I mean, you can take a tablespoon of olive oil and just swallow it, and it would probably taste better than mixing it with coffee.
Yeah, you're right. This is just a marketing thing, though, to make people here. You can have your coffee and get something healthy with it.
Yeah,
At the
and
same
those
time.
drones will probably go do it.
Yeah,
Millions of drones will swoop in there and get it.
probably.
Big coffee business, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe they do this in Italy, but I got a feeling if you ask the Italians, they're like, oh, no. Or however Italians talk.
I was gonna say well, you look like you were about to go to an Italian accent there, but then
I
changed
could
your mind
probably
at the
get it.
last
It
minute.
just takes a minute to warm it up. Italian?
Yeah.
What's an
No,
Italian?
no, no,
Grazie.
no.
No.
Yeah. No.
Let her hand.
Grazie.
Not the coffee.
The coffee with the oil. Oh no, Mamma mia.
I'm gonna be put a spoonful of the oil in the coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
You drink your coffee, I give you a haircut.
So yeah, it takes a minute, but
I'm sure there are some Italians who are offended right now.
Is that me?
I thought that was somebody's computer. Is it my computer? No. Maybe that's somebody out in the hallway. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
we hear people talking. I don't know if anybody can hear this on the radio, but we hear people talking somewhere, and I don't know.
yeah. I don't know, but those are some things that are now trending.
It's coming out of somebody's computer.
Mine's on mute.
Mine's on
I
mute
think it's
too.
TJ's. There we go.
I
I
think
thought
it
there
was
was
mine.
about to be a fight outside. I'm like, what's going on?
TJ's looking at his computer like, well, what's happening here? I don't know.
Because I'm looking at my email. It's on my email.
Yeah, I got scared for a second. I'm like, there's a fight outside.
It's like I'm thinking,
Weird.
I took my earbuds out. I was like, okay, so it's not anybody outside, but I definitely hear voices still.
I can hear it.
And TJ's just
losing
sitting
it.
there looking at his computer like, what's
Yeah, because I'm thinking obviously it's not me. I'm reading my email.
And we know that's not true because you were reading your email.
There it is.
That
right
sounds
here.
like a lie.
There it is.
No, he's got his email up. That's true.
Oh, God.
Okay, there's a lady. She has pink hair. She wears very tight outfits. She's very fit. Neither one of those two things are what you're going to be talking about today. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to hear her voice, and she's going to talk about the Guinness Book of World Record that she holds. And then immediately, you're going to Google her, look her up, and go find out what she looks like. Because it's going to be killing you. And once you see her, you're going to bookmark it, and you're going to show at least 3 people later today. It's that wild. Next.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
Your little, don't call him my boyfriend, made a new friend yesterday. And he was all excited about it,
He
right?
was so excited. He sent me a text message.
And he doesn't have many friends here in North Carolina because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And all of his friends are there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he texted me yesterday, and he's like, hey, I made a new friend. So I called him because I was like, it better not be a woman friend. I don't like that. So I need clarification.
Okay.
So I called him. He's like, yeah. He was like, I was at the grocery store, and this guy just came up to me and asked me if I played sports. And he was like, we got to talking, and he works here in Charlotte, and we exchanged numbers and blah, blah, blah. So I was not trying to ruin his excitement or his fun, but I said, is that how guys make friends? I was like, do they just go up to random guys at the grocery store and just start conversation and ask them, hey, do you play sports? And he's like, I don't know, I guess. I'm like, I don't know, babe. I was like, I think that he might be interested in something else.
Like he may have been flirting with him.
Yeah.
And wanted to hook
Do
up.
you play sports?
Yeah, who says that, right?
Well,
Y'all,
I mean, it's
y'all
like,
don't do that?
Well, I've told guys in stores and all before I've come to them and say, hey, wow, you've got the body of an athlete. So it's kind of the same thing.
It's a little strange to me.
Here's my question, though. Do you play sports? I would think would normally lead to hey, we're looking for we're trying to pick up one more player for our softball team or for our basketball team or something. But that didn't follow. It was just the opening line was, do you play sports?
Yeah, I don't know if the guy has some type of league or whatever the case was, but that's still weird to me.
But you said that guy that approached him is an athlete. He played college football.
He played college football, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, would you go up to a guy and just be like, hey, do you play? I don't know. That just seems odd
No,
to me.
that wouldn't be my first thing that I would say to someone that I saw as a stranger in the store.
And at the grocery store, out of all places.
Very true. Very true.
I would get it if it was at a sporting store.
So you didn't tell him any of this?
I did. I said all of it to him, and he told me I ruined everything.
Yeah, which is what you tell me all the time.
I wonder where he got that from.
Look at the twist that took place there.
And I told him, I said, listen, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay. You're good.
Yeah,
that
so
you know what's going on.
If he were at Academy Sporting Goods or something and he's overlooking at the golf clubs and all, that could be hey, you play golf?
Yeah.
How often do you play? I don't get out there like I used to. I got a baby now, and my wife's on to me about being gone too much, whatever. That kind of thing could strike up a conversation. But just walking up to somebody in the produce section,
That's what I'm
going,
thinking.
Hey, wow.
That's where I imagined it in my head. It happened.
You look very, very fit and coordinated.
Mm-hmm. And if he was wearing those little joggers that he wears, I don't know.
All right, so
that does seem odd for there not to have been a follow-up of, so we're looking for a guy to play on our softball team if you're interested, kind of thing. That I would totally understand, because you see a guy and think, I bet that guy's good. You just want the best players.
Yeah, but he was so, he sounds so deflated after I just ruined this thing for him.
But he doesn't need to have it ruined. Let him find out. The guy may be just a normal guy. It may just be the way he starts conversations with people.
I don't know.
What do you think, Riggins?
I think it's totally normal.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't go up to a girl and be like, hey, and I don't know. I just wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Women go up to each other and say things like, "Oh my girl, I love your hair," or that top you're wearing is so cute. Where did you get that? I mean, strangers who are women will say that kind of stuff to each other, and that's pretty much the same kind of thing. It's like he just approached him about some man about sports.
I don't think that common. I don't think that's common at all. But some guy go, you play sports?
No,
a conversation with it weird. To
It's not common, but where maybe he used to approaching people and he's going to find. start the friendship and do it?
Well, I asked him yesterday at an event last night, and so after I said, "Hey," I was like, "Did you join yet? Have you guys texted
like
yet?"
this is why guys can't have friends, because he makes a friend. Hey, okay,
That's a good point.
gay.
Yeah, and now she's mocking him.
Was it your friend? Is it your boyfriend? Oh, you go. Oh. It's like shut up. You haven't even you're like in your pajamas, like it was in a dirty. He's like, yeah, because I'm tired of you. I have an actual friend. Get away from you. You got Cheeto dust on your fingers. Is it your boyfriend? Shut up.
Good. Not your friend.
For DJ to the
This is a mom, and she's the kid movers. No kids in the movie theaters.
Not bad.
And she said it doesn't matter what the movie is. Like, even if adults, like, Rob wants to go see an animated movie or something, there should not be kids allowed into it. You could go with that, couldn't you, Rob? You don't like kids?
No, I do not.
He just admits it. No, I do not. I do not like children.
And you know why it is? I think I figured out why Rob doesn't like children.
Why?
Is because they are, with the things that they find fun and entertaining and all, they are his peers, and he doesn't play well with others, and so that's why he doesn't like children, because he's not good at sharing. Like, he wants all the comic book movies to himself. He wants all of the animated T-shirts to himself. He doesn't want any of the other little kids having them.
That's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are crowding his world because they like the same things.
How dare
So
they?
it would seem like everywhere Rob would go for some fun, he would run into a bunch of kids that he doesn't want to be around, because everything he does is built for children.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So he lashes out.
I should be selling that lemonade, not you.
No. But he would want to sell it from inside the house.
Yeah.
And they have to leave it. He would leave it outside, like, come get it at this time.
Yeah, but leave the money.
Leave the money.
Right. On the honor system.
I think it's maybe because he's scared that when he's going into his world, which is a childlike world, that the other children are going to beat him up. You remember? Because he was scared to go outside to those 9-year-olds that were taunting him on the doorbell camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're afraid of physical violence from a 9-year-old, Rob?
I mean, I don't, because I can't hit him back. So
Oh, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, you
I'll
wouldn't
go
even
to
hit it.
jail if I hit him back. So I don't want
You
to
a
get
punk.
involved.
But think about how many tender moments of joyous tears Rob has probably had interrupted in one of his movies by some child yelling out or something.
Yeah.
The kid speaking out when Spider-Man is turning back into Tobey Maguire or whatever. It's rough. Now I understand him, and I get it. Yeah. I get it.
The kids are crying. He's crying. Like,
Exactly.
everybody's crying.
Yeah. And he's afraid they're going to get all the chicken tenders at the concession stand.
They're moving
all the
in on
nuggets.
everything that he loves. He just
Everything.
can't get away from them.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
The Ace and TJ Show is now your favorite radio and TV show in the morning. Stream us anywhere on our YouTube channel at Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
If you didn't know, these are now officially the Calitrin Ace and TJ Studios. Calitrin, a fantastic weight loss product, helps you lose weight slowly over time, doing it the right way, and has a ton of other health benefits. acetj.com/weight loss if you'd like to find out more about Calitrin. acetj.com/weight loss. As the Ace and TJ Show now comes to you from the Calitrin Ace and TJ Studios, plural, because as TJ pointed out, we have 2 rooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically a complex.
You're about to find out about a lady. You're going to hear us talk about her, and then you're going to go look her up, because it's phenomenal. Her name is Anastasia Pokreshchuk, and she is from Kiev, Ukraine. Now, we've heard a lot about Ukraine in the past year. We're coming up on the year anniversary of the Ukrainian-Russian war. President Biden was in Ukraine just this past week.
Because he's so brave.
But none of that has anything to do with Anastasia. Anastasia holds the world record for the biggest cheeks in the world. Cheeks on her face. She has pink hair and these huge cheeks. And here is Anastasia explaining why she has had her cheeks surgically enhanced to be the biggest cheeks in the
I
world.
look the way I do because I like this. This is the only one reason. Some people think that, oh, it's just for hype. No, I will never put something in my face what I didn't like, 1 year ago, I started make such cheeks. Now I think I have to refresh already. I think that they're a little bit small. You think that it's too big, but for me it's a little bit small now. I look the way I do because I like this. This is the only one reason. Some people think that, oh, it's just for hype. No, I will never put something in my face what I didn't like, 1 year ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
I love that accent. That's one of my favorite accents. I will not. I don't like this. I like.
The pictures of her are astonishing. Her cheeks look like they stick out past her ears.
Yeah. It's almost like I'm skeletal in a weird way, like where the cheeks are so pronounced.
It's just not cute.
I like.
You like
I think it's time for a refresh.
It has been 1 year. I think I like.
I don't know what they're
this-
putting in there.
Can you link
This
her
I
to our
like.
Twitter or something, Riggin, so people can go check it out? It's at the Ace TJ Show on Twitter, and we'll link it up here in a second because it'll blow your mind. And I'm telling you, you're gonna look at it and until you're gonna see somebody go, let me show you this. You see this lady, Anastasia? It's unreal.
You're just jealous. Woman is jealous. She cannot have these. Like these. I like.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, Miss Todd has it up on YouTube. It's Ace TJ TV on YouTube if you want to check it out.
She look like Mr. Todd.
she does not look like Mr. Todd.
That's his sister.
There's a pizzeria in Ohio that is getting some backlash after hanging up an ad that reads, now hiring non-stupid people. The owner's daughter, this is Jaden, talking about the reasoning behind the help wanted sign.
It's more humor than anything. It's not meant to target anyone like that or be rude. A lot of people that we've hired, there's really no worth ethic behind them. So I guess that's the meaning behind the non-stupid.
So people get mad because they posted a sign that says now hiring non-stupid people. And they're, sending them nasty messages on social media. Like, who are you to call somebody stupid or anything like that? Well, shut up.
I'm not a stupid person.
Well,
But the sad thing is that the stupid don't know who they are.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Sad they don't know they're stupid.
Right. That's why they're always the loudest.
I never thought of it
Always
that way.
talking nonstop.
The stupid don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm. The ugly, they know who they are. The stupid don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Dumb, ignorant, they know who they are. Because you'll hear people say, I'm ignorant. And ignorant just means uninformed. But stupid is a special breed.
So, TJ, stupid doesn't know.
Right.
Ignorant and ugly know.
Yep. Exactly.
Now you know.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
I was kind of surprised at a survey thing the other day about how many people are preparing for spring cleaning, preparing to throw some stuff out. Today, the Ace and TJ Show is going to decide if you should throw some stuff out. And we wouldn't do anything, ask you to do anything that we wouldn't do. So I brought a few things from home that maybe I need to get rid of, that the show will judge next.
Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family. Long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon, what are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980. A miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics. The United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Ace TJ 5G, Ace TJ YouTube, Ace TJ Media. Ace TJ Media is it's the part of our company that you should come to if you've got a business and you need to advertise. And not even necessarily advertise with us, but if you need really good, top quality production, commercials, ads, things like that, whether they're digital, video, or audio, we can do that for you. I mean, we'll put our creative heads together here for your business, and you'll be shocked at how fantastic it is and how little it costs. I mean, we would basically take you on as a client almost for some chicken nuggets.
Yeah. You got it.
Maybe. We could talk about that. But if you need any branding or advertising for your company done, go to acetjmedia.com, acetjmedia.com.
I'm about to give you 2 things that'll change your life in a very positive way, I think. Number 1, I love this. There's a hack on TikTok from a lady who has to call customer service a lot because of her job. And, you just want to get to a person quickly. 90% of the time, she says this works with large companies. When you get on their line, you hit 0 pound, 0 pound, 0 pound, 0 pound, takes you directly to customer service.
Really?
She said it works 90% of the time.
0 pound, 0 pound.
Yes, 3 times. 0 pound, 0 pound, 0 pound. Boom. You get a person 90% of the time. Here's the other thing. They just completed a 6-month study. 61 companies participated, nearly 3,000 employees. The study was about a 4-day work week. 92% of the companies said they're keeping the 4-day work week moving forward, that they loved it. 15% of the employees said there is no amount of money that they could get that would make them go back to a 5-day work week. Now, that's a lie. That is a lie. Because for the right amount of money, everybody would work 5 days instead of 4. But yeah, the companies could choose how they'd structure it, like giving an extra day off per week or reducing the working days in a year so it averaged out to 32 hours per week. So it wasn't even necessarily 40 hours crammed into 4 days. The only requirement was the companies could not cut salaries or benefits. The workers would get 100% of their pay, and in exchange, they delivered 100% of their usual work. And they said it was a resounding success for the companies. That they got, from the majority of the companies, got more productivity, and the employees were happier. Workers reported a lot of the benefits, including better sleep, stress levels, personal lives, and mental health. They spent more time with their kids, families, household duties, and friends. Companies reported their revenue stayed broadly the same, but went up 35% on average when compared with a similar period from previous years. I said less turnover, fewer sick days, less burnout, and were overall happy with employee performance. They said 92% of those companies that participated said they're going to keep the 4-day work week.
I like that.
Yeah. And then of the 5 companies that aren't keeping the 4-day work week, 2 of them said they're still experimenting, and only 3 companies said they're going back to 5-day work week immediately.
I think they should start with the government school being cut down to 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, cut out a lot of that stuff they don't even need to be learning, that they waste time.
Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Regan?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it means.
His faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence, yeah. That's the same thing. Oh, are they pooping on themselves?
Yeah, they're like,
it's not.
No,
really
what
bad.
are you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted, when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
A secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
Everybody wanna be like me, yeah. Everybody wanna be like me, yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
What's not to love about delicious Omaha steaks? Nothing. That's what. Because they are. They're absolutely wonderful. Especially when you have those Omaha steaks so conveniently placed on your front porch by a delivery person. And look, if you go to their website, omahasteaks.com, and you just start looking around there, you're going to see just a plethora of different food items there. Everything from complete comfort meals to side dishes, steaks, hot dogs, gourmet burgers, the whole thing. It's all there. Even the desserts and side dishes that you may want. And when you use the promo code TJ at checkout, you'll get $30 off. So omahasteaks.com with the promo code TJ gets you $30 off. Now, they already have 55% off of select items all over their website. You find those, so you save a lot of money that way as well. So what could be better than saving a lot of money on delicious and gourmet, not just delicious, but gourmet steaks and the rest. So omahasteaks.com, promo code TJ, $30 off at checkout. Minimum order may be required.
I saw a thing the other day that said as we approach this time of year, people begin to prepare for spring cleaning. And especially like for us here, and I think like for most people around the South, it's relatively warm right now. I mean, we haven't had that cold spell that we get. This will be the first year that I haven't seen snow in probably 25 years. Since TJ and I moved away from Louisiana, we've had a good snow every year since, except for this year. This is the first year, and I don't think it's going to. So we're not going to get a February
I wanted
this
snow
year.
too,
Yeah.
but at this point, after having the beautiful day we had yesterday, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't want it. It's too late.
But in that, it said about, I think the estimate was 73% of people admit that they know there are things in their house that either A, they should throw away, or that B, they wish their significant other would throw away. Things that need to be gotten rid of, according to one or the other person in the house. Now, I am often mocked because I have mementos around my home, specifically in my office.
The fresh maker.
Yeah. I have a variety of things that are framed. Now, a lot of them I brought here and are hanging in the other room. Like a lot of the radio stuff that we've done or whatever has been framed and is hanging up in the other room in here in Rob's studio. There's a lot of it at home. Now, some of it's stuff I would never part with. Gold and platinum albums that we've been given through the years. There's a thing that one of our radio mentors autographed, signed, and sent to one of the first times we ever met him. He listened to something, and I framed it, have it up on the wall. I have lots of stuff. I don't have it up on the wall now. I have stuff that need to go up on the wall. But I keep lots of things. And a lot of times, I'm not that great at deciding, well, I should throw this away. I don't use it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't sit out anywhere. It sits in a box. But I just can't stand to part with it. So I brought a couple of things today. And the goal is I will share a couple of these things. And then you can share whatever it is that you have that you think maybe I should get rid of this, and the Ace and TJ show will decide if you should get rid of it or not. Okay? So, let me get this back. Hang on a second.
Okay.
I brought this back from my house.
Throw the bag away.
All right, so here's the first one. I have, this is not even a professional basketball team anymore, but when the Charlotte Bobcats, they were the Charlotte Hornets, they left Charlotte, they returned as the Bobcats. When they returned as the Bobcats, they gave, as a promotional thing, TJ and I each got professional Bobcat jerseys with our names on the back. And this is like it says it's an XL, but it's like a double XL.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, mine looked like a dress on me.
Yeah. Did you throw yours away a long time ago?
Yeah.
So
one reason because it was so ugly.
Yeah.
Those Bobcats colors were terrible.
And they're not even a team, but it does have Ace on the back of it.
Yeah.
And it says 04, which was the what?
Because it has Ace on it.
You think I should throw it away?
Yes.
This is what my wife said. My wife goes, throw that away.
There's a bunch of things that say Ace on them.
She said, she was
You
like,
can put it on a dog turd and he'd
Yeah.
say, it's got my name on it.
Got my name on it.
David, you got a ton of things with your name on it. Throw it away. And I'm like, okay, so maybe
is
that one
the
we should throw
Ace.
it.
Get you a Hornets one made with the words Ace. They'll do it.
No, we should make him throw them away right now because it just went right back in the
Right,
bag.
you gotta
That's
throw it away.
going
Put it in the
right.
trash can.
Okay,
We should
here.
watch him
I'll
throw it away.
I'll give it to Alexis. You can put it in the trash.
No, you gotta throw.
Riggins trash can.
Okay, now, what about this? What about this? Now, this is my Harlem Globetrotters
No,
jersey.
you got to keep that.
Yeah.
Now, but it doesn't have my name or anything on it.
But that's what you got for hitting that 4-point shot and playing against the Harlem Globetrotters, or and they gave you that jersey.
Do not hold your hand out,
Now, I
Alexis.
was gonna say it says highlight, and you're kind of like a highlighter, so it's kind of like you.
No, that's cool.
Are you making fun of my appearance? Is that
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
and you
keep
have
that.
a good
Okay.
story for
So I can
that.
keep my Harlem Globetrotters.
But and the Harlem Globetrotters will always be legendary.
Yeah. And in case anybody doesn't know, I got to be the celebrity player during the Harlem Globetrotters game one night at UNC Charlotte, and I made the 4-point shot. Rarely, if ever, does that happen. But I'm talking about I drained it. And about 8,000 people went crazy. Okay. Now, I have this shirt that somebody made for us that says, it's blank on the front. Wait a minute. Let me finish. It's blank on the front, but on the back, it's got
Oh, that's cool.
our old radio station we were at, and it says AC, and it's got a race car that has our logo on the hood of the race car.
Oh, but why does it say join the cult?
Because one time we thought it was fun to tell people we could be in a cult.
Oh.
We called it Join the Cult.
It was our online fan club or whatever.
I've never worn this, but I thought that was cool. Should I throw this away?
No, you can keep that to like work out and stuff in. I like that one.
Maybe cut out the graphic on it.
I
and
like
save
the
that.
graphic.
Well, what do you mean? Cut out the graphic?
Because it's not a nice color. Like you wouldn't want to wear that shirt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You
it's
could wear it to the
cool.
gym.
Yeah.
To work out in and
probably.
stuff.
No, that shirt.
Or PJs.
That shirt is so thick, and it's
it
like
is.
probably one thread count.
Okay, I'll get rid of that. I've never worn it. Right.
He's not gonna wear that.
I gave it to Rob. So I have my charity case T-shirts through the years. I mean, I'm not even arguing with y'all about these. I'm not getting rid of these.
So why did you
why'd
bring
you
them
bring
if
them
you
in?
weren't gonna
I don't know. They
allow
were in the
us?
bag. I don't know how they got in the bag. To be honest with you.
Hell.
Huh?
It's just turned into show and tell with Ace. Look at this cool thing I have.
I'm not getting rid of it.
Look
It's
how
got
many
my
things
name
have
on
my
it.
I got one more thing. I'm not.
It's got
It
my
has my
name
name
on
on it.
Yeah, if that were the case, you'd never eat a birthday.
David.
I never wear this. I've never worn this. This is my helmet when I drove race cars with my dad.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
I don't have any use for it. I have another helmet that's much better than this one. This is super old.
But you
I know, but
you had it with your dad. It was like a memory.
Okay. Like, look, it's falling apart.
And I like that little ace on the David. That's cool. On the D.
Yeah, my
That's
cousin,
lit.
our cousin Lane did the lettering on it. So this was when I drove race cars with my dad. This was the helmet that I had. So I can keep this?
Yeah, I'd say keep
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Put it on.
What?
Can you put it on?
Can I put it on?
Yeah.
Ace on the D.
Ace on the D.
Can the camera see that? I don't know if the camera. I can't see what the camera's seeing right now.
See that? My cousin Lane did it. They're like, obviously. I know.
He owns a sign company.
Obviously, his cousin did the lettering. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shake and bake, baby.
That's right. Stuff's peeling out of it. It's falling all over me. Yeah.
Well.
Okay.
Definitely keep that.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm glad I can keep that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now, what have you got that you think we can tell you whether or not you should keep or get rid of it? Are you still laughing about Ace on the D?
I'm laughing. It has my name on it.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
All
It's
of it.
like, okay.
People give me stuff that has my name on. I feel bad if I throw it away.
I feel bad for them.
I just feel
If
bad.
I throw it away.
I don't want to think I'm unappreciative. I mean, like that T-shirt. That T-shirt's 20 years old, probably. Isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So what have you got? What's in your house that you can't decide if you should throw it away or not? Tell us about it. We'll decide
This
next.
is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980, a miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics, the United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today. And that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. 5G.
There's a great company that is involved in the first quarter of the rest of your life. That's where we're giving away $10,000 to someone through our charity, Peyton's Promise, in an effort to change your life. That company is called Bradham Brothers. Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. How do you know you can trust them? Well, they've been around for over 50 years. They offer top quality trained products that take a tremendous amount of pride in the level of service that they provide their customers. You go to BradhamBrothers.com. It's BRADHAM Brothers.com. And you schedule service or a free estimate today. These are people you can trust. These are good people. These are people who are proud to be a part of Peyton's Promise and work with the Ace and TJ Show. And we're proud to have them. BradhamBrothers.com. BRADHAM Brothers.com.
You guys know what a Juicy Lucy is? It's a
burger?
Yeah, it's a burger. And I think it's out of the Midwest. I'm not really sure the origins of the Juicy Lucy, but it's basically they take 2 patties and put cheese in the middle of it, then seal the burger like around it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a meat ravioli. And then they cook it like a regular burger. So when you bite into it, the cheese, the American cheese, kind of like oozes out of it.
Yum.
And they're really popular on TikTok. You can see them. But Campbell's, the soup company, teamed up with a company called Food Beast to do something new called the Soupy Lucy, where they take French onion soup, put it in like a puck and freeze it, then put that in between the burger, and then cook it. And then when you bite into it, you get like this hot soup. So
with the onions,
seems very
the whole
dangerous.
I don't know. Well, it wouldn't be any hotter than the cheese.
You wouldn't be able to eat it. Your mouth's too small. I just saw a
Yeah.
picture of it.
It is.
Yeah, I can't fight with it.
Sounds
Yeah.
really good.
Look at you can't bite
Yeah,
that.
I'm not fighting with that.
Yeah, it is a big burger, but it's kind of like a hot pocket. Like when you bite into it, it's so liquid lava hot. I think hot soup, if that just starts pouring down, you could die.
But how messy is it too? Because it seems to me that once the meat is pierced, soup is just going to run out
Rush
everywhere.
out. Yeah.
Well, first of all, it would be a sad, sad day in my life if you ever saw me eating canned French onion soup.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Oh, I just
Heavens.
that makes me faint
Yes.
thinking about it.
I didn't realize I was in here with the bourgeoisie or something.
Oh, it's bougie in here.
Yeah. You can't just eat a can of Campbell's French onions?
Not
No.
French onion.
I don't
can
even
eat
eat
other
canned
Campbell's
soup. No,
but
thank you.
But I can't eat a French onion out of a
I
can.
don't like canned soup.
I know you've said it before.
I
You
think
don't
it's
eat canned
weird.
soup. You think it's weird.
I love canned
Give me some bean with bacon Campbell's. I'll eat that.
Ace TJ 5G.
You got a few more days to tell us why $10,000 could change your life. How $10,000 could change your life. It's with our charity, Peyton's Promise. The first quarter of the rest of your life. Still got a chance to win the game. Just need a little help here in the first quarter. So go to acetj.com/first. That's acetj.com/first to get your form. You can fill out the form, get your entry in. You have until Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern to be a part of the first quarter of the rest of your life. Okay, so Tons of people now realize, about 73% of people, couples and I realize, there are things in their house that need to be gotten rid of, but they just can't seem to get rid of them. Typically, it's something the significant other has or someone in your house has. So we're going to help you decide if it should be kept or gotten rid of. Like Megan here, who says, my son has a jersey addiction. He's 20 years old. He says, keep that jersey. Oh, talking to me. I should keep the jersey. Oh, never mind. I thought she was
Keep it, Ace. Don't throw it.
I misread it. She was commenting on that. Okay.
So cool.
It has your name on it.
If people are kind enough to give me stuff that has my name on it, I feel guilty throwing it away. Like I don't want them to think I'm unappreciative. But again, that's not even a team anymore, so I guess it's okay. Kimberly says, my husband's collection of beer bottles and soda bottles and cans that are limited edition, like promotional soda cans from when the Carolina Panthers were in the Super Bowl. Keep it or throw it away. I think it kind of depends on, you have to take that on a one-on-one thing. Like, hey, it's cool. If you want to keep your special Carolina Panthers beer bottle from a Super Bowl year, cool. There was a limited edition run of Coca-Cola bottles when LSU won its first College World Series. And I have one of them in my house. It's a small Coke bottle that it says, 1991, 93, whatever, national champions on it. And it's very cool.
I think the problem is that once you start a collection of soda cans and bottles, it starts to look like trash rather than a memento, like one bottle up on your bookshelf.
Yeah.
When you have a collection of soda cans, it looks a little.
Susie says, I think she means baseball jerseys. My husband never wears, and concert tees from 30 years ago.
Oh, well, he can sell those and get money.
Yeah, those concert tees could be worth something.
Yes.
A lot of it depends on who it is. I think those things can be cool if they're 30 years old. If he can still wear them,
They're super cool.
they could be really cool to wear around. If you can't still wear them, probably just going to get rid of them. Or you can sell them for some good money.
But if they're 30 years old, he's at an age where he can't pull off wearing old concert shirts. That's like teenage girls are wearing old concert shirts.
So you're saying if he's, let's say, if he's 50.
Yeah. And he's walking around in a 1988 Poison Open Up and Say Ah Tour t-shirt.
Yeah.
No.
But it would be like Matchbox 20. From 30.
From 30 years.
I think it would depend on who it is. Matchbox 20 was about 20 years ago, but you can.
Or 30, Backstreet Boys.
It would depend on who it is.
Kind of weird.
Because there's an element of it that could be.
Backstreet Boys shirt? Yeah, that'd be weird.
But the way fashion is today, an element of that could be really cool. It just depends on, does it still fit him or whatever.
But do old men?
No, that's more like younger.
Trend?
It's like it's like the new retro look.
Yeah,
you pair it up with some shorts or some leggings, and
So
you're
you're
cute.
telling
Gen
me,
Z girls.
Yeah.
Gen Z girls.
You're telling me that somebody who's an original can't wear it, but somebody who knows nothing about it can now.
No, you can. It's just not cool when you do it.
Yeah.
Here we go again with them. You're making fun of me.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Don't come here and mock us.
They're mocking us.
I'm not saying they're mocking us. I'm just saying you can't just let somebody steal your fashion like that.
Well, you guys weren't doing it for fashion. You did it because you went to that concert and bought a shirt.
Exactly, which makes
We're
it even
doing
more
it for
real.
fashion.
That makes it even more real.
You too old to be doing it too.
No, I'm not. Actually, I've never been to any of those concerts. Poison.
Yeah. But you're 31.
So?
I'm talking about late teens, college age girls.
Please.
Wearing that. You look like Mama walking in there and wearing a Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
I wouldn't wear a Backstreet Boys t-shirt. If it's in my time, I'm not wearing it.
Yeah, it's got to be a little old.
Yeah.
Okay. Still.
Rigging the now trending coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her
Yeah.
yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands
Whatever.
that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
I on your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. 1 star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ. Well, then you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
There's a girl in Florida, a lady who matched with somebody on Hinge. My goodness. That's what one of the things they say in the Hinge commercials. My goodness. And I think things went pretty well the way she described it. I don't know what she's whining about, but obviously if if they're doing a story on her going viral about whining about something, everybody's going to be into it. They were to meet at this place for some wangs. She said that she liked the way he was more straightforward and not wishy-washy. They've been talking back and forth, and he said, "Hey, why don't we meet at this place for some wangs?" She's standing out in front waiting on him. He pulls up. He walks up. "Hey, nice to meet you," whatever. And he goes, I think I need to go move my car. I parked in a weird spot." And he never came back.
Oh. So he met her, clearly didn't like what he saw, went back and got in his car and drove away.
I thought that was a great date.
Could have been worse.
No, obviously he's a jerk. But then he texted her a few minutes later after he had already fled and said, "I'm sorry, just not feeling it," with a sad face emoji.
Not with a sad face emoji.
Sorry, just not feeling it.
People can't communicate nowadays.
No, it could have been worse. It could have been like, "Yeah, I think you're 15 pounds too heavy for me," or whatever. I think it's softening the blow a little bit.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather go through the entire date only to find out at the end that this person is not into you, or have something like this happen where you can just go home and not waste your time?
I personally would rather go through the whole date so then I know that I also don't like him.
But what if you did like him and he said, hey, look at this isn't going to work out?
Because that kind of a ditching it had to be based on looks, right?
Right.
Had to.
And she's not beastly. And from the pictures in the story, she's a pretty nice looking woman.
Yeah.
But there was something about her looks that he didn't like. Maybe she stunk. You might stop and think about that. Maybe she was offending with her oh dear. Maybe she had too much warm vanilla body lotion on or something.
Yeah. You ready to eat some wings, big boy?
Yeah, but it's definitely based on looks.
It would have to be, because what could she have said to reveal herself as being, someone you wouldn't want to be around, other than just, "Hi, nice to meet you. Let's eat some wings."
Ace TJ 5G.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as we come to you from the Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. You need help losing weight? Go to acetj.com/weight loss. That's where you can get Calitrin, as in the Calitrin of the Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. How about that?
Now trending on the Ace and TJ show.
So Don Lemon is returning to his CNN morning show today after he was asked to step aside for a couple days so he could go through some formal training after he said women that are over 40 are not, quote unquote, in their prime.
Yeah, over 50.
Yeah. 20s, 30s, maybe 40s. He said, you can Google it. That's just what it is. Women are in their prime during those ages. So apparently CNN has told him, this is your last chance or else we're going to fire you. Ratings have not been great for his morning show.
Which they demoted him to that morning show from his primetime slot at night.
Yeah.
And tried to act like that it was a better move.
Yeah. And apparently he's been causing a stink on the air and off the air. So they said, this is your last chance. So we'll see what happens. But he's back on his show today. So it'll be interesting to see if he addresses it.
Don Lemon. Do you know he's about 56?
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a lot older than he looks, because he looks like he's early 40s to me.
He looks great for 56. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that comes from like the skincare treatment that only Marxists can use, keep you young looking.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Today's National Supermarket Employee Day. It's where you recognize the people that work at your local grocery store. I did. Alexis is patting my shoulder. I did. That was my first job. Bagging groceries. I loved it.
Yeah, you've said many times you thought it was a great job.
Yeah, because it gave me a chance to talk to somebody new every 2 minutes. And one thing I will ask that I think is controversial yet brave: don't bring your own bags. They're gross. They look gross. No one wants to be touching things out of your house. Let us use the plastic or the paper, whatever you prefer. I don't want.
Unless you're going to Lidl.
You got to bring your own bags.
You should bring your, because you have to buy bags there every time you shop.
And Aldi.
And Aldi.
Yeah. I guess so. But yeah, people, that was kind of a thing when I was on the tail end of that job. People started bringing their own bags, and I thought, this is gross. Yeah. We've got bags. Like, it's nasty. And don't ask for double paper. That's just annoying. There's 2 new movies coming out this week. Jesus Revolution, starring Kelsey Grammer, which looks fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
It's a true story about a preacher in California in the 70s, and he's like got no one at his church, and then some hippies start showing up. And
it's a true story.
It's a true story. And then it kind of reinvigorates his belief system, and he becomes like this legendary pastor for the hippies. And then you can also go see Cocaine Bear.
Oh, I want to see that.
So you really got
Cocaine Bear. I'll admit, skeptical at first, looks pretty fun.
No, I want to see that.
I mean, you just go and to enjoy it and take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. Also a true story.
Yeah, it really is. That is a true story.
It's based on a true story.
And I think if you don't go see Cocaine Bear, then you'll be called a misogynist. Because I think that Elizabeth Banks is the director of that.
Oh, yeah.
And wasn't she the director of the Ghostbusters women's show? And
she said it was
because nobody went that it was misogyny. So we better go see that if we don't want to get called.
Despite the fact that the people that did go said it was terrible.
Yeah. Today is Ash Wednesday, so you can go get your ashes. As somebody who went to Catholic school growing up, this was a very exciting day for us because we got stuff. You get stuff. You get little ashes, and then you look at your friends and go, you try to touch their ashes and remove them, and then you protect your forehead, like, don't touch them, get off.
Touch my ashes.
And you try to like smear them on their face. It was fun. But today's Ash Wednesday.
But wouldn't that be really messed up to be smearing it because of what it represents?
Absolutely.
Kids don't
But you're
care.
7. Like, you don't really have you don't really totally get it. You just know you're getting stuff like dirt on your head. And you're like, this is fun. It's finally fun at church. We get to have some fun. And those are just a few things that are now trending.
We're going to ask a question to you, John and Joan Q. Public, Ace and TJ Radio family members that we ask each other all the time. The question is, what does it smell like? Ooh, what does it smell like? That's coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980, a miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics, the United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today. And that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Ace TJ 5G is brought to you by O'Connor Insurance Associates. They've been in business for a long time. They want to help you get the most insurance for your money. And they treat every customer how they would want to be treated. Find the right insurance for you, your family, or your business at acetj.com/O'Connor.
Okay, time for one of the favorite games on the Ace and TJ Show. It's called What You Into Today? TJ, what you into today?
I got a meeting that's about an hour away from here.
Oh,
today. So,
whoa.
I know it doesn't sound like I'm into it, but I mean,
secretly,
it's more of a what you got to do today instead of what you into today.
Riggins, what you into today?
I'm into this little tidbit. Alexis just shared with me that her boyfriend, who's not her boyfriend, puts on videos for his dogs when he leaves for work, which I think is so sweet.
It's so sweet. He changes the channel so it's on the Animal Planet channel or whatever for dogs. And they just watch TV and hang out on the couch.
Do you know, we kind of do that. Amanda will sometimes put on one of the Netflix shows about dogs, the little series, and let it just run while we're gone. Or if he's downstairs and we're leaving, we will flip it over to classic MTV and just leave that on so there's music playing and running constantly. And it changes a lot so he can check it out. And he gets hip to all the 80s, 90s, early 2000s videos.
Wow, what a cool dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Toby couldn't be any cooler. Alexis, what you into today?
So there's a new Netflix docuseries coming out about the Murdoch trials. You guys know I've been talking about this.
Today.
I'm
That's
obsessed.
right. Today's Wednesday. Drops today.
Yes, so I'm excited about it. So yeah, that's what I'm into.
So the entire series is out today, or it starts today?
I don't know if it's going to be a one-drop thing, but you know Netflix, how they be.
Yeah.
They do be like
They be like that sometimes. They try to be haters.
Take D Rob, what you into today?
I'm working on stuff in here. I'm sorry.
That's what
I don't
he's
have anything
into.
right now.
Okay, we just stay
He's probably into some dumb board game or a movie coming out, Ant-Man's.
I'm into the new Harry Potter game. I'm still playing that. So
he's into Rob's into Ant-Man's.
All the Ant-Mans.
Rob had really been into Ant-Man's lately.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you while you're trying to get some work done.
No, sorry, it's all good.
Okay, I'm into getting all my stuff done tonight because tonight's very exciting. It's music bingo night. Yeah, so even though my wife is out of town, I'm expected to be at music bingo with my son and TJ's friend Jenny and Michael.
That's your friends.
It has become a Wednesday night staple in my life. Why do you make a face, Riggins? Music bingo is fun.
Your son always goes?
Yeah, he always goes and hangs out. Yeah.
Let them have the friends. I mean, if that's if they're taking them to music bingo, you're better off without them.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
On your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave.
I will say they have a really cool looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. 1 star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ.
Oh, he's talking. Whoa.
Shut up.
You.
No.
Yeah, you.
And then when I don't talk, you're like,
Your mama.
You're that man.
Your mama.
I'm gonna tell her you said
Your
that.
mama.
Yeah, your mama.
Hell, your old
And my
papusa
mama
making
is
mama.
not old. You older than my mom, so
Huh?
relax, buddy.
And when have I ever said I'm not old? Missy? Never.
To your old
Papusa making mama.
Be quiet.
Outhouse using goat milking mama.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese in the tub making mama.
Rocking chair stealing mama. There's a story that is very compelling about a man in Los Angeles who is suspected of serial sexual assaulting dating back to 2017. He was arrested earlier this month, and they're trying to get more victims of his to come forward. And somehow the way that they are suspecting him, or they think he's the one who had committed these crimes, is because the victims all described the man having a, quote, distinctive body odor, end quote. But it never says what the body odor is. That could have been a certain cologne. It could have been that he smelled like chocolate chip cookies. We just automatically, when you say body odor, that you think that that's a bad thing, that it stinks.
Yeah, an odor is not a good thing.
No, you never describe chocolate chip cookies as an odor.
But I mean, you would say scent when it's not a negative description.
So you wouldn't say something like, when he walked in the room, it's just this delicious odor in the room.
No.
I would.
Yeah. I think you're right. I don't think I would do that either.
Ooh, that is quite a pleasing odor.
No, ew.
Wafting about the kitchen.
Whenever I think of odor, I think of those little green smokes in the cartoons of something stinky.
Right, and the most famous use of the word odor is in the shoe inserts, the odor eaters.
Yeah.
Odor eaters for your feet.
Yeah.
So he doesn't look like he would have bad hygiene in his mugshot, but it must be like distinctive body odor must be an understatement if all of these victims described it the same way, and not when they were together. It wasn't a group effort to go, yeah, he did smell like raw onions or whatever. So, Alexis, what did your last boyfriend smell like? If somebody said, what did it smell like?
I don't know. He smelled like soap.
So he smelled like soap, or he used a certain kind of cologne or something?
He didn't use cologne.
He didn't?
It was just like a soap in his own scent.
Okay.
Whatever that was. Skin.
He smelled like skin, Your
smelled
Honor.
like skin.
He smelled exactly like skin.
Skin.
TJ, where did you say? Where did you say this took place?
Los Angeles. The guy's originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
Yup.
Odor or scent that you could describe as something?
No, not really. Not that I can think of. Jay, sometimes because he's always cooking in the food truck, sometimes he smells like the stuff that he cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, if you're in a
lingers.
restaurant with fajitas on the table, and everybody smells like fajitas when
like
they leave.
his beard, especially.
Is that good or bad?
I like the food, so I like it.
Coming in smelling like empanadas.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, you smell like a chicken empanada. I love it.
I think that could be pretty good, I would think.
We have a guy we know who's in the restaurant business, and if somebody were to describe him as his distinctive odor, they would say he smells like, he has a strong smell of Jupe cologne.
Jupe,
because he wears that and has since he was in high school. I think he said he has to get it at Walgreens now. Yeah, somewhere like that. But he still
You get your
wears it.
cologne at Walgreens.
Yeah, it started out being a designer fragrance.
Those old ones, yeah, you still get like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So who can tell us what he smelled like? If an ex had a distinctive, it doesn't have to be bad. Just what was your ex's distinctive odor to where if you ran into him now and say you were blindfolded in a room full of men and you had to go smell each man, you'd be able to pick him out because of his distinctive skint. You know, is he smelling like gumbo, or does he smell like brownies?
Cinnamon.
Warm chocolate cake. Yeah.
Crawfish.
He smells like cinnamon and salmon.
Ew.
Or worse.
He smells like salmon cooked in cinnamon. So what do you got? Send us a DM or comment on the front pages of social medias. What do he smell like?
Yeah, and be sure to tell us why he smells that way or smelled that way.
The Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon. What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980. A miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics. The United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today.
You're watching morning radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TV. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. Quick question. What's better than the Papa John's pizza that you know and love? The new crispy parm pizza. It's a blend of Parmesan and Romano cheeses baked into the crust. So the crust is full of cheese. It's like a crispy combo of cheese, which adds a unique texture. It's going to delight your senses. It's going to be fantastic. I mentioned this yesterday. Over the weekend while we were in Daytona, somebody on the tram we were riding on asks the other couple they were with, did y'all end up ordering Papa John's last night? And then he goes, no. And I swear this is a true story. I just happened over here. The guy was sitting right next to me. And she said, no, we ended up ordering from, it was like a local place. They'd stuck a flyer into their shoes. It turned out it was greasy. It was terrible. The guy said, we did the Papa John's. It was fantastic. Like, that was awesome just to be sitting here listening to that. So the crispy parm pizza is new. It is hot. And again, it's cheese in the crust. It's fantastic. They've kind of flipped pizza on its head. So no matter why you're ordering, maybe just looking to spice up a weeknight dinner, Papa John's has you covered. Order for delivery or carry out online through the Papa John's app or by calling your local restaurant today or at papajohns.com. It's Papa John's.
Last year, a 63-year-old woman in Evansdale, Iowa, came forward with a winning lottery ticket worth $30,000. She claimed her prize. Her name's Sandy Crow. There's a picture of her getting that huge novelty check for $30,000. But fast forward to the other night, the cops got a call about a disturbance at her home, and then things kind of went sideways once they got there. When they got there, she was arguing with her roommate, 45-year-old Alvin Larson. He was in the middle of moving out, and police overheard them arguing about the winning ticket. Turned out Alvin was actually the one who bought it, and he had Sandy cash it in so he could avoid having a portion of the money seized because he's in debt, including almost $1,000 in unpaid fines he owes to the city. So he convinced Sandy to go and say the ticket was hers, and then he promised her a share of the winnings. Well, it's not clear how much he said that he was going to give her, but she apparently realized she had all the leverage and didn't give Alvin his share. So they revealed the whole scam to the cops, and then Alvin told them the ticket was really his and accused Sandy of fraud, which he was right. It was lottery fraud. But then they went on and informed him that he had also committed lottery fraud. And both of them are facing felony charges now.
Oops.
Man.
All she had to do was not get greedy, and nobody would have ever found out, right?
Well, this proves my point, and people always cringe when I say it, like I'm Mr. Meano. But they should not let poor people win the lottery. Poor people don't know how to handle having money.
I think
they don't.
Well,
don't let poor people have lottery winnings. Don't let them play if they want to play. They can win like little scratchers and things like that. But poor people shouldn't be able to win big jackpots because it just ruins their lives. Look what happened to these two people. They were fine.
Well, these people are criminals.
Well, they just don't think straight when they're looking at money. I mean, especially in Evansdale, Iowa.
This guy's already got a record. He's got a problem already.
Well, he was just in debt. It didn't say he had a record. He said he had fines. Probably some parking tickets, things like that. But yeah, having that $30,000 just ruined them because they didn't know how to handle it. Poor people.
Shouldn't be winning the lottery.
Bless their hearts.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
If you're still an influencer, you're living on borrowed time because now there is something called, and I think this is really sad, and it just says a lot about who we've become as people. Now, the hot thing is to not be an influencer, it's to be a de-influencer. The de-influencer tells you about products you should not buy, things you should not be involved in.
And it's just so expensive. Like, this is insane. It's so expensive. This one's easy. The Ugg boots. Don't buy them. They're going to be out of fashion just as quickly as they came into fashion.
So her whole thing is to tell you what thing don't buy fragrances. Here's why you shouldn't buy these particular items. There was this one. There's somebody who's a de-influencer about fast food. What is so funny, TJ?
A de-influencer.
He's so dumb.
Oh, now I got it.
She out here influencing D's.
I'm a D.
Look at her. Look, what's her name? What does she do? Oh, she's a de-influencer.
She's a de-influencer. I guess it all depends on how you say it. But isn't there something sad about that? That rather than, the de-influencer. My point is that's becoming the hot thing now.
Yes, it
is to be somebody who tells people what, like, don't do this, don't do that. This product sucks. That's terrible. Here's why you shouldn't buy this product.
Yeah.
There's something mean about that. And I don't know. I don't want to be a de-influencer.
Too late.
Some people can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. Some people can't.
You didn't even know you were a de-influencer.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I done got hot.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
All right, what did your ex smell like? The distinctive odor of your ex, where if you smelled it in the middle of New York City, you would say, I know who that is. Here's a great example. Candy, with an I. Her name must be Candy because her sweetness is my weakness. She said, I was in college. I went out with this guy a couple times. I just remember when we kissed for the first time and the last time, I was repulsed from the smell that I just couldn't put my finger on. That is until my roommate and I were cooking dinner in our dorm a few nights later, and she opened a microwavable Dinty Moore pot roast. And it all came rushing back. I couldn't even eat dinner that night. It made me so nauseated. So that guy smelled like Dinty Moore pot roast.
Canned pot roast.
Yeah, canned pot roast.
Oh.
Yum.
Gross.
This outfit named Lisa, she said he loved garlic and it just oozed from his pores. It was so gross. Yeah, people who eat a lot of garlic, it's not just on their breath. It's almost like it's just on their whole body, especially if they cook with it a lot.
Yeah, it's me.
You do?
I can smell it like on my skin the next day. It's bad. It's gross.
There's a lady that said X used Vicks Vapor Rub every day, first thing in the morning. So when she walked into the bathroom, first thing always smelled like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Could have been Amanda.
No.
Yeah, because Ace always has that Vicks on him.
Matter of fact, you reminded me. I'm gonna hit mine in a second, but I've got a jar of Vicks Vapor Rub sits on my nightstand right there before I go to bed every night.
It becomes a problem when you say you're hitting it.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it.
Is the Vicks Vapor Rub smell like the precursor to Bengay? Like old people smelling like Bengay?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I've been smelling like Vicks Vapor Rub since I was a kid.
Yeah, you've always been smelling like illness.
Yeah.
They're like, here's that sick little
It
pale
smells
kid.
like a nursing home.
This guy said his ex always smelled like a tanning bed.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if it's that burnt skin smell or if it's the smell of the products.
Because it's two different smells. Because that one smell could be nice.
Yeah, because I mean I've never used any lotions or anything like that in the tanning bed. Can you imagine how I'd slide right out of that thing?
Yeah.
Oily as my skin is already.
I wonder what I smell like.
What you smell like?
Yeah.
Desperation.
Desperation.
Never. What I smell like?
Like lotion.
Okay.
Like a soft lotion.
Yeah.
Soft, delicate flower lotion.
I got told one day I looked like I smelled like exotic fruit, so don't play with me.
Yeah, you look like you smell like. That's always the best compliment. Ooh, that's when you just don't have a compliment. So you can't really nail down something to say. So you say, you look like you smell like flowers. You walk like, you look like, you smell like toasted almonds.
Ooh. Do all exotic fruits smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. What's an exotic fruit, Rob?
He's like a peach.
A jackfruit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Would a kiwi be an exotic fruit?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes it qualify as exotic?
You can't easily get it, maybe.
It doesn't grow in U.S. America.
Non-domestic.
Okay.
It grows in the jungle somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You got to cut it with a machete. To do that. There are usually machetes involved with the taking of exotic fruits.
So
Passion
where people live where kiwis are abundant, passion fruits are abundant, do they think of like a peach as an exotic
Yeah,
fruit?
they're like,
Because-
ooh, a Georgia peach. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They love the fur on it, the fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
That's exotic to them. They rub it on their faces. Oh,
Again,
peach fuzz on their face.
Alexis looks like she smells like exotic fruits.
Yep. And I was like, you're right, buddy. I do.
You daggum right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't look
but-
like you smell like fruit to me.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's possible to look like you smell like something. I can't detect that. I'd have to smell you, which, I don't want that to end up in the paper. On the news.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There's a lady who said, look, I just wanted to breathe. I couldn't breathe, so I had this procedure done. And now a weight has been lifted off me. Not off her back, off of her front. We'll tell you the story coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
All right, so how are you like Alexis? Alexis is starting a journey today. It's sort of it's a journey.
It's a journey.
Spiritual, physical, mental.
I'm gonna refine myself.
You're gonna refine yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna start a diet, basically. So, but it's a journey.
Go through all that. Where she started a diet, so
you know she's looking to turn things around. I guess I don't know.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
What is your goal?
To just be healthier, have healthier habits, eat healthier, be more conscious about what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm. So to be on a diet.
Get a Ferrari.
Lose a little bit of weight.
How are you like Alexis? Now, I'm a lot like Alexis, I think, in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm sure I am a little bit like her. But how are you like Alexis, knowing what you know about her from her being on the show? Kelly said, because I would already have treats stashed to cheat on that diet.
Ooh.
That's how I'm like Alexis. Yeah. Now, Alexis did say when we first started talking about this, she was already planning about where she's going to hide to eat her snacks and what she's going to do with the wrappers so that her boyfriend doesn't find them and call her out on cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Have you changed? Are you still planning that kind of thing?
No, I'm going to try to do it fair and square, and I actually ate my last bit of car snacks yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I did.
So now there are no more car snacks?
There are no more car snacks.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been the first time she had to hide wrappers from her boyfriend.
Boom!
Get in the closet. Get in the closet.
Come on. Get in there. No, that's not nice.
I like Henry here who said, I'm like Alexis in that I like to eat, and I too struggle with self-control.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I do. I struggle with
all right. I didn't wanna
self-control.
put that
No,
on
he's
you.
right.
All right.
You're right, Henry.
All right. How are you like Alexis? Kenzie said, because we be blazing.
Yo. Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. So I was thinking we were going to get some sort of profound answers. Like, I envy the relationship she has with her mom, but no. We be blazing.
Hey, it's 420 every day.
You smoking weed?
And then this lady said, I'm 4'8", short like Alexis. Happy birthday, Lynn!
Like you gonna sneak it in.
Who's Lynn?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Happy
They took their
birthday.
opportunity to give a birthday shout out, and it just got on the radio.
That'd be something I would do, though, so that's kind of like me.
Yeah.
Lauren says, I know exactly how she feels every time I get my lashes done. # lash life.
Oh, Lauren, I can't wait till Friday. That's when I'm getting my lashes done because your girl's struggling right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Yeah. You got
hello.
You got that naked mole rat look going.
Yeah, it's starting to come through.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it on Friday because the next day she comes in and she's just like guns blazing and she's mean and she's
nobody likes that.
You know? But Patricia has sort of the answer I think I was looking for. She said being an empath. Oh, yes. I absolutely agree that other people's energy can impact you. Not only your mood, but it can feel like your entire soul is drained.
Yep.
Keeping good company is vital.
It's very true.
That's the kind of answer I was expecting from this.
Being an empath is a hard job.
Is it hard?
Let me tell you. Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know what an empath was. That means like you're respective of the vibe. You're respectful of the
you
vibes.
take on people's energy. You can come into a room and you can feel the energy from the other people. You can feel other people's emotion.
Yeah,
Really?
everybody has that.
Really?
Yeah. If you walk into a room and there are two people in the room and they've been arguing, fighting with each other, and then you walk in, you feel that heaviness, and you're like, oh, it's awkward in here, that kind of thing. So everybody must be an empathologist.
It's not special.
No.
Actually, it is, but
No,
we'll
it's
get
not.
into that. In a minute.
Everybody can do it. Somebody's in
Scientifically
a bad...
proven, it's only about 3 or 4% of the population. It's highly sensitive.
Okay, well then how do all of
But-
these self-help books say surround yourself with positive people?
Yeah.
So it affects everybody if you're around negative people all the time.
Yeah, but that's not what an empath is someone that I can go to one person and I can feel that they're sad for whatever reason. I can tell if they're a good person or a bad person.
Oh, you mean like a psychic?
No, not like a psychic. You just
like
feel
a
it.
psychic. Okay. All right.
Nothing like
Nothing like that. No, he's just trying to pop someone's bubble, dude.
Yeah.
That's all he's
'Cause
trying to do. He always trying to pop your
Always,
bubble.
Because your bubbles is like Chinese spy balloons. They got to come down.
No, they don't.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
All right, you want $10,000? It's going to make a huge difference in your life. Well, then you need to get in on this first quarter of the rest of your life thing we got going, where somebody's going to win $10,000. You go to acetj.com and you better do it in a hurry because time's running out on it. acetj.com/first for first quarter of the rest of your life. Tell us how $10,000 would make a huge difference in your life, and you could win it. But hey, you can't win it if you ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? Right there. All right, so this lady in the UK, basically it's an entire story about breast reduction. She had a breast reduction procedure, which there's nothing shocking about, what she was going through before the procedure and all that. Discomfort, heaviness. Had to wear 2 sports bras at night just to sleep because they're, whatever. And then it goes into this long description of what a victim she was of everyday things, like people staring at her, and whenever she would walk by a couple, the wife or the girlfriend would grab her man and turn his attention away. Like, you do not look at her. She's going to try to steal you with those big boobs, which is all in her head, obviously. I mean, nobody thinks she's trying to steal their man just from having, huge breasts. They were 34 double K. Now,
wow.
One of the other things in the story that they were so shocked, and remember this is from the UK, is that the healthcare system there wouldn't pay for the reduction. It's the UK's National Health Service. And that is basically when you hear people talk about government-run healthcare or free healthcare for all, that's what it is. The government decides who can and who can't get medical procedures done. And not just things that they consider cosmetic, but other things. Like if you've got a blown out knee and you need a surgery, then it could be months and months before you're able to get the surgery, because it's a government run institution and government never runs things properly, no matter the government. But it says that they wouldn't pay for it. So she opted to cover almost $10,000 that it costs out of pocket.
Because she needed it that badly.
Right. And they don't have insurance over there. So this is the thing though, 5.7 pounds of breast tissue and fat.
Wow.
Removed. And she's still voluptuous. Wow. I mean, she's not, flat by any means.
Does it say what she went from a double K what she went down to? Like from a double K to a double D or a D or something like that?
No.
I just need to know what that looks like.
Yeah. What, 5
I'm
pounds?
like trying to find like a double K 34 boobs.
It's not, you've seen them bigger than that, I'm sure, in day-to-day life.
Okay.
And TJ, would they not cover it because it's not life-threatening?
Yeah,
or
they
it's
said
not a required surgery kind of thing?
Yeah, they considered it to be a cosmetic procedure.
Because it's not an injury or something like that.
Right. But I'm telling you, and this is the point of the story, one of the main points is that you see bigger than double K every day.
Where?
Somewhere on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister-in-law has a friend who has, just grand Tetons. Probably bigger than a double K.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that they should have had her on one of the floats in the Mardi Gras parade.
You could use those in the pool to float.
Mm-hmm. But this lady said that she didn't realize how hard it was for her to breathe until she got that almost 6 pounds off of her chest.
Like one of those, you've been sick so long you don't know what feeling good is until you're not sick anymore.
Right. But like I said, she can breathe because she's now smiling in her selfies as opposed to gasping. That's how you know. If you gasp in your selfies, you need a reduction. Wow. And the government paid for it.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Yes, I need to see some more pictures. We'll do Now Trending coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980. A miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics. The United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. You got a lot of things on your list for spring projects. If one of those things on your list is to get some fencing around your house or your business or whatever you got, then really look at this aspect of it. Lisenby Fencing Solutions. We would love it if you used Lisenby Fencing Solutions to install your fence. Big supporters of the Ace and TJ Show, have been for years and years. Shane Lisenby was in here the other day. Just a great guy. And he's not looking to get rich off of one client. He wants to do you right and will. It doesn't matter what kind of fencing you need. Aluminum fencing, cyclone, agriculture, those big wooden fences, privacy fences, it's all there. And especially good for security and, actually making sure that your property lines are clearly marked. You can do that with a fence. So call them today and get them booked to come out and do your fence. It is Shane Lisenby, 980-425-0897, or go to acetj.com/fence, acetj.com/fence, Lisenby Fencing Solutions.
Rihanna had the largest streaming week of her career the week after the Super Bowl. She had a total of 166.13 million streams, which was an increase from 65 million the week before, so up over 100%. The most streamed song was Umbrella, and she became the 7th artist in the last 50 years to have 5 albums in the top 50 on the Billboard 200 chart. All of that happened the week after she performed at the Super Bowl. The top 3 streaming songs she had: Umbrella, Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Diamonds.
Wow. Not Disturbia? It's something that kicks.
Not Disturbia.
Or Pon de Replay.
I like Pon de Replay.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. I mean, I like them all except where. I don't like that one, but I like all the rest of them. But
Umbrella, Pon de Replay, and what's the one she did with, I can't think of the name of it, with Paul McCartney? Was it her, Paul McCartney, Jay-Z?
4 or 5 seconds.
Paul McCartney, Kanye. Yeah.
4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah. All right, and then there's this, which I find fascinating. Iggy Azalea has been on OnlyFans since January. She charges $25 a month, and she said she won't say how much money, but she admitted in an interview that she is making a ton of money. She was on Emily Ratajkowski's podcast, and she said she does expose her breasts and her butt, but that's it, and that she has made millions since January. So
don't nobody want to see her.
Well, somebody does. They're paying $25 a month, and it's a ton of people apparently do it.
I want to see the receipts. Let me see their tax return.
Ace TJ 5G.
Oh, welcome back to the zaniness that is the Ace and TJ show.
That's a word you don't hear often.
Zany.
Zaniness. Zany in general. It's not a good thing to be classified as zany these days, is it?
No, I don't think so. Or zany or wacky. Wacky's not a good.
Yeah, that's wacky.
You is wacky.
Yeah.
If you can say swaggy, you should be able to say wacky.
I'll say wacky.
As
you're
something
wacky.
something that is whack. Also, that was the cute little name that my brother and his wife used with their 3 boys when they were little to describe themselves, like they're.
And that changes things completely for all of us.
Right in the wacky.
In the.
Now trending.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ show.
World War III is still trending, so that's a little concerning. I don't know if we're officially in World War III, but people seem to believe that we are.
So the theory is because the United States is the biggest supporter of the Ukraine, and Ukraine is holding off Russia, and they've lost like 150,000 people in the past year, soldiers, that China's going to come in and get involved with Russia and trying to force everybody into a world war.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Not great.
No.
It's not great at all.
What else have we got that's happier?
Brittany Griner's back practicing for her WNBA return. She has signed with Phoenix Mercury. I find that a difficult word to pronounce. But that is the team that she played for before she headed off to Russia and obviously got imprisoned for 10 months before being returned to the United States as part of a prisoner swap where we traded an arms dealer.
Like the most ruthless arms dealer in the world.
Yeah.
For Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
And left a lot of our military personnel there.
Yeah, a lot of controversy about that little swap, but it looks like she's back to playing basketball. She's on the court, and the Phoenix Mercury have posted a lot of messages from Brittany and showed pictures of her getting some practice in. So we'll see how that turns out.
I wonder. Yeah, the WNBA.
I really don't know.
I don't know if they.
Why do you hate women, Ace? Oh my God, you don't even know. You're a sports fan, I thought.
Because I don't know if they play the national anthem before
Obviously,
the game.
you're not interested in women's sports, making you a chauvinist, misogynist, patriarchy, mayor of Patriarchy Town.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Disappointing.
It's not the first time. Nobody the last should be disappointed.
Wow, that is bad.
You call yourself a sports fan.
And then in Florida, kind of sad news, an 85-year-old woman was attacked and killed by an alligator while walking her little dog around the retirement community of Spanish Lakes Fairways. It's a 55 and up community. 85, just walking her dog. The alligator attacks the dog, drags the woman in. A neighbor said that she saw the woman come up for air and push the hair out of her face. And she tried to extend a shepherd's hook to the woman in the water. Or hit the alligator, and she said she couldn't do anything, and the woman's last words were something like, "The alligator's got me." And
yeah, it's sad.
The dog survived, is in good care, good spirits, I guess, but the woman unfortunately died.
How old was she again?
85. So my grandma lives on one of these little reservoirs, and I talked to her yesterday and said, "Stay away from the water." And she goes, "Oh, I haven't been near the water in 20 years. I said, "Good, stay away. We can't lose you yet."
That's your same grandmother that never eats?
Yeah, she hasn't eaten in a long time.
I never eat.
She's managed to survive brilliantly, though. Whip smart.
Without eating decades.
anything. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable stuff. But just a heads up, alligators are out there. They hired a private alligator wrangler to come out and bind him up. And I'm assuming that they will extract the body at some point. So, yeah, not great news, but just a warning out there. It happens.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Anybody on the show got a sweet tooth?
Oh, I do.
Not too much, no.
Yeah, TJ always needs a little something sweet after a meal.
Just a bite.
Just a little something sweet, but maybe you can relate to that. We'll find out coming up next.
Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
You not have little hands that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
But that's what we're doing. Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you me?
I on your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. One star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. You hear the name Cabarrus Arena, and immediately you think, oh, it's a beautiful arena for big events. But it's so much more than that. Yes, it is a beautiful arena for big events. It is also a totally separate facility that has meeting rooms, halls for exposés or expos, whatever you want to call them, expos. Lots of different events can be had there. 5, 50, 500, 5,000, however many people you have, they have the perfect space for it. Just go to cabarrusarena.com to get more details and to see the list of events, because there is always something happening at Cabarrus Arena. cabarrusarena.com.
So a couple weeks ago, I was telling you this story about a guy named Elvis Francois. He was 47 years old, and he was swept out to sea on his boat while making some repairs on the vessel. And he survived for a month on bouillon cubes and ketchup.
Yeah.
And he tried to create fire on his boat. Did not work out well. He was trying to create a little fire, even though he had no matchsticks or a lighter. But he survived chicken bouillon, cubes, and ketchup. Well, Heinz saw the story, and they are trying to make contact with 47-year-old Elvis Francois. And they've gone to great lengths to contact him. They've reached out to the Colombian Navy, who was responsible for finding him at sea. They've gone to the Dominican Immigration Services. No luck finding him there. They posted on Instagram asking the general public to help track him down. But the hunt is now international,
and they would like to make contact with who they are calling the Ketchup Boat Guy. They've started a hashtag, Find the Ketchup Boat Guy. No word on what they actually want to do for him. Hopefully, it's more than just a year's supply of ketchup.
Maybe they can ask Alexis's boyfriend, Jay. He's
because
Dominican.
he's Dominican, he knows where he's
Does he know Elvis Francois?
Yeah.
I bet he does.
Maybe he does.
How is the guy that hard to find?
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't want to be found.
Maybe he doesn't want to be found.
Maybe he's wanted.
Yeah, maybe he was trying not to be found out in the ocean. They found him anyway.
Yeah, you
He's
should
like,
have left me out here.
Yeah.
But he was in good spirits when they rescued him. But it's a pretty impressive feat. A month, no real protein. I mean, he was using rainwater to drink and just ketchup and bouillon cubes. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, again, I hope they do something. If they are able to track him down, it's more than just a couple of bottles of Heinz 57, which is delicious.
And now he's disappeared.
He's off the map. He's off the grid. Elvis Francois, 47.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. This is Ace TJ TV. The Ace and TJ Show will be right back.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
A mortgage.
So picture yourself, you're out getting some peace and calm in your life. You're at a community park doing a free yoga class outside. You're namasteing all over the place. You're mindful. You're breathing properly. You're child's pose and downward dog and all them other ones. And all of a sudden, something smacks you in the head. It feels like somebody just hit you with a hammer. You look up, and it is an iguana that has fallen out of the tree onto you. Now you got to go to hospital. This guy was doing the yoga out in the park, and an iguana fell out of the tree onto him in Miami.
Because it's cold?
I don't know. It's just that those things, if you are at a restaurant and you're eating outside, and it's not in the middle of the city area, like of Miami, or what's the neighboring to Miami?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Because we were in Fort Lauderdale one time. We were sitting outside at a little place eating burgers in a little hippie-looking place. And the next thing I know, my little friend Jenny just starts screaming, "Blank that, blank that, blank that," and then running away. Because an iguana had just jumped up on the little fence right beside her where she was sitting in the booth.
Trying to take y'all's food?
No, just walking. Like they'll just
no.
jump up on things to get, because they pretty much have the run of the place.
So the guy ended up having to go to the hospital?
Yeah, he was hurt. He's all right. It says he'll be okay. But yeah, those things are heavy.
I looked it up. The average weight of an adult male iguana is 8.8 pounds. So it's like having a 10-pound weight dropped on your head out of a tree.
Yeah, they're huge. But no, Alexis, I don't think iguanas are cheeseburger. They're not the Hamburglar.
Bro, you
trying to steal food.
You trying to take your food?
I punched that iguana. You know about to take my tacos.
That's what she was worried about. And he tried to steal your food?
Yeah, like what?
I know he didn't try to steal her food.
Square up.
Iguana. I saw for a real iguana. That's fighting.
You better watch out, iguana.
Yeah. We're not doing that around here.
And he tried to take your food.
Trying to take your food?
Just like
I'm a peaceful person, but I will kill an iguana.
I'll choke it out.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
If you want to sleep better and lose weight, then the product that you need is called Calitrin, or you can pronounce it Calitrin. Very easy for you to get. Just go to acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean.
I'm going to try.
Don't do it,
Very
girl.
last day.
Yeah, you keep working on that dream, girl. Don't give up.
So why we got 2 days in a row of no hat and curls?
Because my curls be looking good for the last 24 hours, so I thought I would give you guys another day of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We feel so honored that we got some good
You guys
looking
can see
curls 2
my
days in a
face,
row.
my full face.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So all weekend you'll be wearing a hat though, making up for it.
Yep.
I got my curls on fleek today, as the kids say.
Mm-hmm.
They popping.
They are popping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wear them.
Well, it started out wet yesterday, but then it got dry, didn't it? Wasn't it
It was
real wet?
it was a low wet when I came in. Yeah.
But
Just a
man,
little
once
bit.
it dries, it's like plugging in a yeah, plugging in this neon sign, so it's glowing.
When you sew it, like, I just because I don't know how this works, I'm not being critical. I'm just asking. When you wake up, you're like, okay, curls are popping today. Do you do anything to it then to try to formulate something or get a shape to it, or you just kind of go with it, let the wind do what it wants to do?
Just spray a little water and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why that sometimes it can be wild, sometimes it can be tame, sometimes it's moving, sometimes it's not. Okay.
It goes with how my personality is going to be for the day.
Do you let the wind style it?
I'm just asking how you
give
go
it some
about
type
doing
of
it.
shape?
Yeah. Because sometimes it looks kind of wild and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know if there's a look you're going for or you're just letting it happen. I don't know.
How do I say this? How do I say this?
Yeah. That's not what I was going for. I meant her in particular, not all Hispanic ladies.
Your Latino hair.
Let's do Now Trending with Rick.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
Is it the wind?
Is it when you're stylist?
Well, okay, let me be honest with
Is
you.
it the
Let's go.
desert wind?
Wait, hang on. I'll be honest with
From
you.
home country.
No, here's why. Because sometimes it just looks like it's just crazy, and I don't know is she putting any effort into it or not. That was the basis of my question.
Well, that's even better.
It's not.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do
crazy
with-
hair. What do you?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's all right, let me say this some way you'll understand. It's loco.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. Mornings just got way better. You can now watch the Ace and TJ Show live, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and wake up with us every morning. This is Ace TJ TV.
Make sure you're watching the Ace and TJ Show on YouTube. Head over to the YouTube app, look up Ace TJ TV, and make sure you subscribe and make sure you like the videos. We got a lot of content up there. And make sure you hit the little notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Ace TJ TV. Go check it out. It's
And you
free.
can catch Alexis adding so much to your performance there, Riggins.
What'd she do?
I was just adding hand ad-libs to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Hand ad-libs.
Yeah.
When you said, it's like hit the like bell or what, she's like trying to do like
Yeah,
she's
the
ringing a
bell.
bell and she's doing
Click the like.
Yeah.
Hand ad-libs. Nearly 2 in 5 people, 37%, say they have a bigger sweet tooth now than when they were a kid. And it turns out personality has a big role to play in sweet tooths. Extroverts tend to have a larger sweet tooth than introverts. And 49% of those extroverts say their sweet tooth has grown since childhood. Now, I don't have a sweet tooth very much. I would 10 out of 10 times prefer a salty potato chip over, Nestle's Crunch or a Butterfinger, whatever it is. And I like all of those things. But I'm always picking salty chips kind of snacks over sweets.
Well, if I got to pick one over the other, then I would most of the time pick a savory over a sweet.
Oh, you would?
But if we're talking about snacks and stuff, but I do love sweets, and I have to have something sweet after something savory. Like after each meal, even if it's one plain M&M.
Just one?
Just
Or
one.
when I'm, just to get a sweet taste in my mouth. And then if I'm eating cleanly, I have been known to take a bite of something sweet, chew it up, and spit it out.
That's torturous. That's it. But your sweet tooth is nothing compared to your wife's sweet tooth. I've never seen somebody go through candy like she does.
Yeah, hard candy, kid candy.
Kid Nerds, Jolly Ranchers. What's the new one she's on?
Blow Pops, Mamba Chews.
I haven't had a blow pop in so long, but I love a blow pop.
Oh my gosh, I mean, it's really remarkable, her candy intake for being as small as she is. But maybe you have a different kind of tooth. Maybe you don't have a sweet tooth, but maybe you've got like a steak tooth.
Oh.
Like when that urge, that craving hits you, nothing is going to hit the spot like this one certain thing.
I need the meat.
I got a taco tooth.
I got a meat tooth.
Yeah, you got a meat tooth, you got a taco tooth. Nothing can scratch the itch like this one specific thing. And it might not even be food. It might be like when you see a dog in public, you will cross the street so you can pet that dog. So you've got a let me pet that dog tooth. Or you've got a gossip tooth. Like, the people that say, I don't do drama are always the people that are in the middle of the drama. 10 out of 10 times.
Craving it.
Loving it, craving it, seeking it out. So what kind of tooth do you have? It's called Ace and TJ's blank tooth.
I love this idea. This is a great idea.
Thank you. At the Ace TJ Show, we'll find out about your tooth coming up next.
Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980, a miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics, the United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today. And that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
There are so many different things that you can do right now to create a great experience with your family,
with your significant other, with your friends, and they're all in Gaston County. Tons of stuff to do outdoors, tons of stuff to do indoors. And all you have to do is go to acetj.com/Gaston to get all the details. And there's something else that's going on in Gaston County that you will absolutely love, because they have some incredible wineries, some incredible breweries, and they've put together an entire trail, so to speak, that you can go on throughout Gaston County and experience all of these great places. It's like a winter wonderland. Go to acetj.com/Gaston to find out about all the great stuff that they have happening right now in Gaston County. And be listening, because in the next couple of days, we're going to tell you about how you can be a part of the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail and experience it with me as part of a special edition of Ace at Large. So the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail, breweries, distilleries, wineries in Gaston and Cleveland County. Each is different, its own unique feel, cultural experience, makes it really cool. So we'll give you all those details coming soon. But again, you can find out about all of it now. acetj.com/Gaston. It's acetj.com/Gaston.
A man named Franz Reichelt invented the first parachute in 1912. He used it to jump off the Eiffel Tower and died when it didn't quite work right.
No way.
Yep. So you would think that when you're testing it, wouldn't you think that you would jump from kind of a safe height, not off the Eiffel Tower? Wouldn't you go maybe 100 feet up and make sure that it works to slow you down, or however high you needed to be, or what? I just don't think the first test should have taken place where you were going to die if it didn't work. I mean, he was a tailor, so he wasn't a scientist or anything. He was a tailor.
But for the parachute to properly open, wouldn't you have to be up high enough to die?
I don't know.
Seems like you'd have to give it enough space to open and do its job. So if it does, I mean, you kind of got to take that chance.
Could have been something done.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on, dude.
Even back in 1912, people weren't complete idiots when it came to, to science.
Or have one of those things that the old school firefighters used to have, like the giant tarp, so they could catch it.
Put a net down there or
something. I wondered, did anybody know he was testing it, or did he just go up into the Eiffel Tower and jump? And people were like, "What is that?"
Well,
As
the
he
people
plummeted into the earth.
People who needed a suit that day were like, "Where is Franz? He's supposed to make me a suit." I said, "Well, I saw him climbing the Eiffel Tower. Had a big silk bundle of cloth with him."
Wow.
Oh wait, there he is. What? Oh.
And there he's not.
Well, I guess I ain't gonna get that suit today. Town Taylor just died.
Franz, no.
And then someone took his idea and made it work.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He
didn't make any money off of it. His family didn't get any money out of it, I bet.
That sucks.
It was supposed to be called the Franz shoot.
But it's called a parachute because there are two of them in there. One for safety and one regular one. So that's why it's called a parachute.
Okay.
Makes sense.
It makes total sense. Doesn't it?
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ dailies.
We're on YouTube right now. I guess I should apologize to Mr. Todd, who runs our YouTube, because I wore a light-colored hoodie today, and I'm not supposed to wear anything light because it washes me out because I'm so pale. Pale-face ace is what they call me.
What up, YouTube?
Yeah.
It's almost greenish.
So
Yeah, you do look a little. You have a little green hue.
Yeah, okay. That's probably just the
Looking
color.
jaundicey.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
You got green jaundice.
You got.
But
You
hey,
walking jaundice.
You are lighting up the room as the Green Lantern.
That's right.
So you can check it out on YouTube, Ace TJ TV. It's Paleface Ace and TJ in the morning.
Oh, shamrock shake looking.
What?
It's like mint green.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Why are you mint green?
I think it's the way he dials down the color to try to make it darker, make it sharper on my camera, because my camera is different from everybody else's for whatever reason. We have 3 different cameras in here. and something about that makes this color, this cream colored hoodie I'm wearing look kind of greenish. I think
mid chocolate.
I don't know. Thank you, Rob. You're just full of it this morning, aren't you?
I just turned on a ring light in my face.
Cute.
Can you tell the difference?
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's reflecting out of your glasses.
Yeah, especially from your glasses.
Two white dots for eyes.
I probably shouldn't do that.
You guys are so high maintenance. Me
I'm
and
not doing
Riggins just be chilling. We don't even like worry about it.
I'm not high maintenance at all. It's just I just can't help the fact that I'm very pale.
We look like we're on a Zoom call.
Yeah, exactly.
Your skin is very high.
Y'all wonder about your lights. We over here on a 1.3 megapixel camera slapped on a Chromebook. This is as good as it's gonna get.
I know,
We got to get both of y'all in one shot. We got to do it with a different camera.
This is a struggle over here.
Y'all are lit by a neon sign behind you.
And you don't hear us complaining.
Y'all sitting under the neon moon.
Yeah. Well, y'all aren't paying for it either.
Yeah, whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm not complaining. I'm making an observation that I forgot today and wore a dark. I didn't wear it. It's my fault. I didn't wear a dark color like I'm supposed to wear. I'm not supposed to wear light colors anymore in here for anything, apparently.
Just in general.
It's just like a
general.
dark T-shirt is all I'm allowed to wear from now on for the rest of my life, apparently.
You should have been born so white.
Yeah, Ace. Did you ever think of that?
Yeah, I should have done something about that.
Think about that.
You know, and
Yeah,
now-
don't blame Mr. Todd. Blame your Irish ancestors.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
This is the Ace and TJ Show from the Calitron Ace and TJ Studios. Calitron, a big partner of ours, and we've been working with Calitron for a long time. Why? Because their products work. They have so many satisfied clients who have lost weight using Calitron and who have lost weight using Calitron when nothing else has worked for them. So if you need help losing weight, go to acetj.com/weight loss and order Calitron. Now, the thing about it is that, we tell you all the time it's not a drug. It's not going to negatively affect any medication that you're taking because everybody on anxiety medicine. I don't even think they let you be a citizen anymore if you're not on anxiety medicine somewhere. But Calitron doesn't mess with that at all or anything else because it's not a drug. It promotes weight loss and lean muscle, fat loss and lean muscle. And it's not like they just sell it to you and say, all right, Let us know when you need some more. They're always there for you if you've got any questions. They're great people. And if you buy 3 months supply right now, you get 1 month free and $30 off. So it's a special they got going, and you need to take advantage of it. Go to their website and just look at all the success stories there. Look at everything that they've got. It's just a bunch of information that you need and help you feel better about losing weight with Calitrin. acetj.com/weight loss.
So what kind of tooth do you have? We know about sweet teeth, whatever you call it. A sweet tooth.
Look at sweet teeth. That's what I call my wife.
Sweet teeth.
Sweet teeth.
Yeah.
Big old sweet teeth.
Big old. What's up, big sweet teeth?
Big old white chiclets.
Yeah, they're big, huge, big teeth. But it's like where you can't control it. Like you just have an urge to do this one thing. What kind of tooth do you have? Travis said, I got a Chinese food tooth. I don't eat a lot because it's hard to find good Chinese. That's true. But when I want it, I want it. You got a Chinese food tooth.
Some
People are like that with
chicken.
sushi, too.
Yeah,
they start craving sushi.
There are times if I've decided, man, I want sushi. That's the only thing that I want.
It's gonna happen.
Britt on YouTube, watching our YouTube channel, ACTJ TV, said I have a napping tooth.
Oh, I love that tooth.
Yeah,
that's a good tooth.
That's a good tooth to have.
Yeah.
Jack said, I got a nosy tooth. If there's ambulances or cops, I have to know what's going on. I want to see what's happening, and it drives my husband crazy. So that might be Heather. I think that's her name. That makes sense.
James DM'd and said, I have a classic car tooth. If I see a really nice classic car like a 69 Dodge Charger or a beautiful Chevy Bel Air, I have to go check it out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Is that a Chevy Bel Air? I got to go see it. Love that. Touch it. Vika said, I got a gossip tooth. My husband and friends call me Wendy Williams II because I'm going to get that tea.
Oh,
I'm going to get the tea.
I like that.
Don't worry
Hello.
about it. Hello.
I love
How
that.
you doing? How you doing? Ashley said, I've got an eating out tooth when we always have food at home. I know people like that. My sister-in-law is like that. She will always take eating out over eating at home.
I got a veggie straws tooth.
Do you?
Yeah.
You crave those?
If I go in the pantry, 'cause we always got them. We got the big Costco size thing. If I go into the pantry and I'm looking for something, I'll at least grab 1 or 2 of those veggie straw things.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine would
Out
be
of the bag.
I'd have a trail mix tooth.
Oh, you're still into the trail mix?
I love this bag of trail mix. You get some M&Ms and some peanuts and different things in there. Yeah. That's awesome. Especially, but I hate it because the grocery store had the best Cajun trail mix.
Oh, Cajun trail mix so good.
And then they changed it. And now it's not as good as it used to be. And I'm not interested anymore. I really want the old to come
Did it
back.
have sesame sticks in it?
No.
Oh.
It was the old, it was just their original, the grocery store that I go to that's right by my house, trail mix, and then they changed it up. And that's not as good. It's not as spicy anymore.
I do love sesame sticks.
I do too.
could eat
Yeah, I love them.
The only thing is that I have to get somebody else to go buy them for me because I think Sesame Street is Marxist. And I'm not going to go down there to get them on Sesame Street.
I just can't do it. And then Brittany said, I got a baby dill pickle with applesauce tooth. And I went, oh, no, I don't know what that is.
Like you dip the pickles in the applesauce?
I think that's what she's talking about. I don't know.
I think she needs to go to the doctor. Because she's pregnant.
That sounds terrible.
There's a Hooters server that's catching a lot of heat online, but it's got an interesting story. I'm curious how the room is going to react to it. We'll share it coming up next.
Now you can hear and see the show anytime. Just click acetj.com or acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, a miracle happened. What a lot of people forget is that miracle wasn't the end. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 43 years ago today, February 22nd, 1980. A miracle happened. The Miracle on Ice, Lake Placid, New York, the 13th Winter Olympics. The United States hockey team, a group of college kids, beat the greatest hockey team in the world, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics 4-3. What a lot of people forget is that was not the gold medal game. The U.S. then had to collect itself and go on to play Finland in the final game. They did, beat Finland, and took the gold medal. The most famous thing to come out of the Miracle on Ice, probably the greatest call in the history of sports. Al Michaels, 5 words. Do you believe in miracles? 43 years ago today.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
Top of the hour, we always do Now Trending. Riggins gives you the hottest trending topics. It's all sponsored by the Johnson Group. The Johnson Group also proud supporter of the first quarter of the rest of your life. That's your chance to win $10,000. Now, the Johnson Group, all they do is commercial cleaning. acetj.com/clean. The Johnson Group currently takes care of over 15 million square feet of office and medical building space every single month. It's all they've done since 2004. They're that successful. They've been around a long time. They're that good. Katie and Emily are sisters who own the company, and they are big supporters of the Ace and TJ Show and Peyton's Promise with things like the first quarter of the rest of your life, how you can win $10,000. acetj.com/first. And to find out all about the Johnson Group, just go to acetj.com/clean.
The Johnson Group. There's a guy named Dean. He's got a TikTok, and he always shares stories about what life is like working in the food industry. He's a server, and he shared this story. He had a big party come in, 17 people, and 4 of the orders were actually duplicates. So he didn't key it in right. So 4 people were left without meals, and they were going to have to wait for their food because he made a mistake. So what he did was, he hid from the table for a while the kitchen was getting the 4 extra meals ready. And then when he finally came back to the table, he told them that he had just gotten a call that his mom had been killed in an accident. And to avoid, telling them that he screwed up. And then on top of that, he said they left him a $200 tip because they felt bad for him. And he said, they even applauded him when they left because they said what an incredible work ethic that you decided to stay and continue working even though your mom had been killed during the service. So he shared the video on TikTok, and he said it's not the first time he's lied to a table to get a bigger tip, and he doesn't seem to be that torn up about it.
I don't like that.
So
you don't lie about your mother dying.
People were saying your mother is beyond proud in the comments, and so he got a big tip, and he got off the hook for making a mistake. So did he do anything wrong?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he lied.
Oh, he lied.
Yeah, but whether you're lying about your mama dying or whether you're lying to the officer and saying you wasn't speeding when you know you were.
Yeah.
It's still a lie to the Lord.
Right.
He's a terrible person.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
Ace TJ 5G.
You have until Monday the 27th to tell us how $10,000 would change your life forever. You and the lives of everybody around you. Just tell us in 100 words or less how that money would change your life. Just head over to acetj.com/first. Give us some information and then tell us in 100 words or less how $10,000 would change your life. Awesome opportunity there for you. There's a pregnant Hooters server who says she gets bullied by customers who don't want her serving them. But she says they have no idea. Her name's Julia. She's 20 years old. They call her a Hooters content creator because she always shares stories from work on her TikTok. And then in one video, she talked about how people underestimate her just because she's pregnant. She said, quote, "No one wants a Hooters pregnant girl serving us." Then she smirked, and I guess some people are into it. She revealed that she just worked the Daytona 500. Ace, did you see her at the Daytona 500?
I did not.
A pregnant Hooters woman?
I did not notice that. I didn't go to Hooters while I was there, so I don't know.
Oh, no?
No.
They didn't have a booth? Like set up at the track?
They may have.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they were working the event, I'm sure.
I think that's what she's referring to. She was working at the event. She's 4 months pregnant. She shared some videos, and it looks like she's definitely showing, but she said that some guys don't want to be served by a pregnant Hooters server, and she's calling them out.
Dude, if you're going into a Hooters and freaking out over which server you get, just relax. You need to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if it's no big deal to her husband for her to be working at Hooters pregnant,
then who cares?
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously okay to be doing it.
What she said, "I'll tell you what, I've gotten the most feral comments from men while being pregnant." But then another person said that had worked at Hooters that was pregnant at the time said something about it made them a little too excited for comfort, whatever that means. So I guess there's some guys that
men
are into
damned if they do and damned if they don't. If you say you don't want a pregnant Hooters server, then you're a bad person. If you say you do like the fact that your Hooters server is pregnant, then you're a prevert.
Right.
I mean, ladies, make up your mind. Now, we as men don't really know which way to turn sometimes that's going to make you happy or not. Now, are we misogynists and bullies or are we perverts? I mean, what do you want?
There's no in between.
I mean, it's the patriarchy or it's the misogynist or the pervert. Yeah, I feel bad. But it would be more alarming, right? If a guy comes in and says, I want the pregnant woman, rather than the guy that says, I don't want the pregnant woman.
Either way, we can't win, Brother Riggins. Yeah. We can't win.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. If you walked in and said, I don't want the pregnant waitress, you're a terrible person. But if you walk in and say, can you sit me where I get the pregnant waitress, then you're a pervert.
Yeah, and then, Brother Ace, we just look at that the same way we got to look at everything else in this society now, is that we, as men, just have to take whatever we got given to us.
Right.
We can't make a suggestion. We can't have whatever we might like that society feels like it's hurting their feelings. We just got to take any old thing that they want to throw at us. Pregnant, not pregnant, 1 boob, 2 boobs, 5 boobs, whatever. We can't say nothing that we don't like without being painted into a corner of hate.
Hear the Ace and TJ Show anytime at acetj.com. And now you can see the Ace and TJ Show. acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Let's go. The Ace and TJ family presents Unfiltered, Uncensored, and Uninterrupted. Well, almost. Right here. Let's go. This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
Plus. The Ace and TJ Show Plus. All right. At the end of the regular old show, we were talking about this Hooters server. She's 20. Riggins brought this story of her being on the social medias complaining when the patrons of Hooters come in and they don't want her being their server because she's pregnant, and they're in there to look at some hot chicks. And if they wanted to look at pregnant women, they would stay at home. Right. I just added that part of it, but anyway, they don't want a pregnant Hooters, a server at Hooters, and then so it's a no-win situation because if a guy does ask for and says, "Oh yeah, I would prefer a pregnant server at Hooters," then he's a prevert. Yeah. But I mean, what's the big deal? When is the last time anybody's seen a really good-looking Hooters server anyway?
I'm sure they're out there. It's been so long since I've been in a Hooters, but
yeah, it's been a long, long time since I've been in one as well. But before I stopped going to them, I had been several times, within a year or whatever, and it just looked like they had stopped the qualification of making them be pretty. But I could have been going to the wrong locations.
That's it.
Like I said, there's a Hooters. Last time I was in a Hooters was when I see my buddy was here to see the Rolling Stones. He stayed at a hotel that's right across the street from a Hooters. We walked over there to get a drink one day, like killing an hour. And the bartender was attractive. It was the most attractive one in there. And the rest of it were okay. Then again, I'm just okay.
But then you go in there and
who am I to judge?
Yeah, but you're not being sold as hot. And the reason you would go to the restaurant is because they're supposed to be really sexy, hot, pretty.
That's true. And nobody never has, never will come to see me because I'm attractive.
But the thing is that I get how if you're a 20-year-old that some guys would say, "Hey, I'm here to have fun, and the only reason I'm here is because my old lady won't let me go to strip clubs. As close as I can get is having wings with my buddies. So I don't want the pregnant one. I don't want a 20-year-old pregnant girl waiting on me when I'm supposed to be just looking at hot girls."
Twin Peaks is too far away, so we just came to Hooters.
I'm not saying that a pregnant woman's not pretty. I'm not saying that at all. But to some guys, they don't necessarily want that.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't mind it. Because then I'm never going to Hooters to look at hot women. I'm usually going to Hooters because somebody else wants to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't think their food is that great. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's always, the wings are the best. Maybe back when there weren't that many people doing wings. Yeah. But I don't hate it. I like the food better there than there's a big wing chain that a lot of people go to. I'm not going to say the name of them because they haven't done anything wrong to me. So, but I don't like their food at all, really, or the atmosphere of the place.
Yeah.
But the thing that kind of got me to where I didn't want to go to Hooters anymore was, I'm old. I don't want to be that old guy sitting around just trying to look at cleavage in a tank top.
That's terrible, I know.
But
I don't want to be that guy.
I don't. It was the pushiness. They're sitting in the booth with you and standing there talking and all that. So then again, if you say, "Hey, Elle, yeah, well, you're very nice, and I appreciate the offer, but I'd like to just sit here to myself and whatever," then you're an ass for saying that. Can't say, "Hey, I don't like pregnant chicks," and you can't say, "I do like pregnant chicks." Can't say, "I don't want a fat Hooters girl." Then you can't say, "I really want a fat Hooters girl." Yeah.
You're damned if you do.
What are you gonna do, brother?
You can't say, "I don't want a white Hooters girl."
Yeah. Well, you can say that.
Well, I guess you could say that.
You can say that.
Well, I would ask, like, Alexis, when you go to Tallywhackers all the time, would you want a guy that's like not super in shape?
No, if I'm going to a restaurant like that, I would want a guy that's super in shape.
I thought dad bod was the cool thing now, though. You want to see him ripped.
Yeah, like if I'm going to a restaurant
like that,
that's supposed to be like that, I don't want... It's like the same concept as for my friend's bachelorette party when we got that stripper, and he was kind of a little bit pudgy and soft. I was like, I don't want a pudgy, soft stripper. Like, if we hired somebody, we want him to be in shape and buff.
Magic Mike.
Yeah. And if you went into Tallywhackers and said, I want a guy who's ripped, we want to, we're here to have fun and have the experience, nobody would say you're bullying the pudgy guy.
No.
You'd be perfectly okay, yes, ma'am. Let's get somebody here to your liking. But if a guy goes in there and says it, he's bullying. They're making viral video. It is.
Oh my goodness.
It is.
It's so hard to be a man.
That's why I don't go in those places. Because it's so hard to be a man in there when they're supposed to be catering to men. That's the thing.
You just can't ask for what you want anymore.
Not if you're a man. Especially a white, straight man. They don't even put us in commercials no more. We're that offensive just for being white and masculine.
It's true.
They don't put us in commercials. Hell, I'd be a damn superstar by now. They'd want me for every damn commercial. They don't give us a chance, though. You know why? White and masculine. You can be white and straight as a man, and they might put you in a commercial, but you better not be acting straight. You can't be masculine, or they won't give you a chance in a TV commercial. Now, you can be straight and white, but act like you're a little bit, submissive to the women, and you sit in the passenger seat when it's a car commercial and she's doing the driving and she's in control. But you can't be in there being no real man. Just can't do it.
When you were in the restaurant business, did people often request certain, like at a generic restaurant business, do people request certain waiters or waitresses very often?
Unless it was like they had them as a regular, but not because of looks. I didn't work at restaurants like that, Ace.
I'm not saying that's the point I'm trying to make. Is how different that would be. How in that environment it would be thought of as unbelievably classless for somebody to, like if somebody stood there waiting and said, "Hey, I want to be seated where that." In that person's section, that kind of thing. You would think, what a loser, what a terrible person you are.
Hey, can you get me and my buddies a table in the section that the little brown leprechaun is covering tonight?
So you wouldn't even
be in her section.
You wouldn't even consider doing that at any other restaurant chain except for something like a Hooters or a Twin Peaks or whatever.
I don't know. I've been known to, at fine steakhouses, and I'll send the server back for another one. If she's too heavy or something.
No, just say no.
Like right as they walk up.
No, thank you. Or I will say, hey, can you make sure that we get a table that's not one of those half table, half booth things where we're sitting right next to strangers, and make sure that our server is attractive. And you know what I like, Francois.
Certainly.
Yeah, I would do that.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is the little one working?
Where's that little I think she's Mexican girl. She's the only one working here at the PF Chang's. Is this her shift? You didn't get that?
No.
Oh, that's sad.
See, TJ, when you don't go to Hooters anymore, you can't end up like this guy, where the bartender records this old guy dancing with his server.
I know.
Like in the middle of the afternoon at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, he's drinking a cocktail and dance with me for my TikTok. He's like, oh, I'd love to, little darling.
Missy.
That's not a funny. That can't be fun.
No.
But hey, listen, they're getting that dollar. They're working for that dollar. I like that.
Ace, I think they may have the Hooters in our town here went out of business.
Somebody told me that. I have no idea. I don't know.
Because it's over there by BJ's wholesale club, and I frequent that.
Yeah.
And I think that it has gone out of business. COVID killed it.
Is that right?
I think
Permanently closed. That's what it says on the Google.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rob. That's the fastest Googling I've known. You know, your husband over there beating on the door. Hey, let me in.
Hooters near me. Close.
Please.
It was open here for a long time, though. I don't know who. I never talked to anybody that said, you know, we were at Hooters the other night. And whatever.
Yeah.
I've been to Hooters only twice, and both times I got so sick.
Did you
Bad
really? Did you eat
experience,
the same thing?
Chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like both times.
And both
like,
times it happened.
Horribly sick, yeah.
That is not good.
Mm-mm.
Well, something is wrong
I'm
with
not
your
hooting
stomach,
for the Hooters.
Oh, see, I always liked that. I didn't mind it. It wasn't bad.
I never.
It was always fun. Yeah.
I never liked the tights underneath the shorts.
Oh, I like those.
Look weird.
But it's one of the greatest things ever when TJ tried to get an explanation as to why they have to wear the tights under the shorts from a Hooters waitress. They just went around in circles for so long.
She said, well, it's just a rule. I said, I know. Why is it a rule, though? She said, well, because the managers tell us that's what we have to do. Well, I know, but what is the reason for it? Because it's a rule. It was like the worst edition of Who's on First. God. And finally, I just gave them, oh, okay, so it's a rule.
I wonder if it's so that...
It's a sanitation thing. They don't want their labia going everywhere.
No, that's not what it is. You're ridiculous.
Labia.
Stop it. You're so nasty.
Going everywhere.
It's just falling out of the shorts.
It's going everywhere.
They said, hey, y'all can either wear these, you can either wear these tights or a jock strap.
You're disgusting.
But it is for sanitation reasons.
No, because there's plenty of girls that wear shorts at bars and they don't wear tights underneath.
Not that short.
I think it's, yes. I've seen them at like little bars and stuff. I think it's because it gives it a more like polished look, like that airbrush look on their legs.
They told us, when I finally got an answer from some Hooters people, and they said it was sanitation reasons because those shorts are so short that you'd be able to see all of their business.
Because it doesn't look as good. The hose don't look as good.
No, they don't. When they're wearing those things, absolutely not.
And other places don't make you do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like sanitation reasons. I'm like, there's plenty of like places you can go. They have tiny little shorts with their little butt cheeks hanging out, and they don't wear tights.
I'm just telling you what they told me. Hooters
Well,
people
the
told me.
Hooters people lying to you, or
What?
they're making something up. That makes no sense. And if that's the case, what about all the strippers, the servers at strip clubs?
Are the servers at strip clubs wearing G-strings and all? I think
They wear tiny little shorts.
They wear hose too, don't they?
I don't think so.
And just because it's a law doesn't mean it ain't a rule.
I don't know.
For Hooters, I mean they're a cut above.
I'm introducing a new rule this week to keep your labia from going everywhere. You will be required to wear the tights. And they sell those tights in the bathrooms, right? For the women?
Yeah, they do because other women go in there and buy them when they need tights. They like them. It's a machine.
A machine.
A machine.
We got a
tight machine.
tights
Yeah,
machine.
they got a tights machine.
I'm gonna get me some.
I know.
You know, for sanitation reasons.
There's something fun about buying something out of a vending machine. You know, even like those little sex toys in the gas station bathrooms. Like you like stacking the quarters and putting. There's something fun about that.
Well, you know, in Japan, those men buy panties. They have a panty vending machines and stuff.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is so cool.
It is cool.
Share funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next. Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
So there's a guy who has the Guinness Book of World Records record for the longest tongue. It's right at 4 inches long, from tip to teeth. So they don't measure it from the back; they measure it from your teeth out. So 4 inches past his teeth.
4 inches? Wow.
Yeah. So, which I think tongues are gross. Men's tongues, like when they're sticking them out and they're long and curl up on the end and all that stuff, or when a man is sticking his tongue out like he's licking a woman's face in a picture or something dumb, or when they stick their tongues to touching each other outside their mouths in a picture, things like that. It's just, I don't like a man's tongue. Women's tongues don't gross me out, but men's tongues just I don't like. But anyway, he's got this freakishly long tongue, and they say that he has figured out a new talent with his tongue. He wraps it in plastic wrap and paints with it, dips it in paint, and creates art with his tongue.
Tongue art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. He says his paintings have sold for up to $1,200. If you pay in $1,200 for a painting that some guy did with his tongue, and that's why you buy, you're like, hey, yeah, you like this? The guy, I know the artwork is not stellar, but the guy, he painted it with his tongue. He's got the longest tongue in the world. He put saran wrap on his tongue and painted this picture.
If it was somebody famous, maybe I could understand the cost. You know, if it was a tongue painting from, Madonna or, whoever, then I could see that. But just some random guy with the tongue paints.
And how does he not, swallow any of that paint?
I don't know. How does he keep his tongue out
the whole
long?
time? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
You wouldn't want that in your house, and just for the discussion point of saying this painting actually done by a guy who painted with the world's longest tongue.
No, I wouldn't. But Riggins, from what I heard back in her day, Madonna was quite an artist with her tongue.
Hey, listen, wrap that thing up with saran wrap and go to town. I'm the next Picasso. The P word Picasso.
Ace, would you want one?
P word Picasso.
Well, he calls himself Licasso.
Oh, that's funny. Licasso?
Yeah.
Okay. That's clever.
Oh, that could be used in so many ways.
The Licasso.
Mm-hmm.
What does he paint? Is it abstract or is it?
Just says that he uses his unique muscle to work painting.
You should do tongue paintings for charity.
Who's going to buy our tongue paintings?
I don't know.
Someone will. There's weirdos and freakos out there.
Somebody might buy yours. I don't see any people running out to get tongue paintings from any of the guys on the Ace and TJ show.
If I got a painting from Tech D Rob painted with his tongue, I'm putting that in my damn living room. I want it.
It'd probably look better than if I wrote it drew it with my hands.
Oh.
I thought about Rob the other day. I saw an artist who does sketches of famous people only using their names. So the entire sketch is their name written small, big, shading, like right on top of it. And at a distance, you can't tell. They look incredible. They're extremely lifelike. But I thought about that. Like Rob would never be able to pull that off because his handwriting is so bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah, and it never seems to duplicate.
Can you imagine the amount of patience, though, to do a painting like that with just constantly writing someone's name over and over again in small and big letters?
It's unbelievable. I'll find one and see.
But people are always quick to say that, hey, why don't y'all auction that off?
Yeah.
Like earlier Ace had some stuff in here that he was saying he didn't know whether to keep or throw away. He really wanted to keep it because it has his name on it. Which, by the way, this art that you're talking about, Ace, would be perfect for you if it's just a giant picture made of your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now I don't have to throw it away.
That's right.
But people go, why don't y'all sell that? All right. Then what do you think it's worth? Sell it to you. Well, I don't want it. Well, neither does anybody else.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, there have been weirder paintings.
No, I'm just talking about anything with, like our memorabilia or anything.
Yeah.
We can't even sell brand new shit with our logo on it, with our names on it.
It's terrible.
But I think it's nice that some people think that that we're a big enough deal that people would pay for some of our stuff as far as memorabilia.
Sure.
I mean, we ain't no Elvis or the Statlers.
The Statlers.
Yeah, what's that?
Statler Brothers.
This is an old school gospel quartet.
Oh.
I'd be saying a lot of stuff I don't even know about. I just nod. I'm like,
Yeah, nobody would know about
We
that.
should do a segment every now and then, like maybe once a week. We should do a segment of things Alexis doesn't know about this
don't
week.
know
And
anything.
you just take some notes, and then pop in with, okay, here are the things I need to know about this week.
Somebody said that they like it when you learn the old country phrases and stuff that we'll throw out that our grandparents used to say.
those are my favorite.
So do you remember, I think I've told you this one before. Do you remember what the saying is if a child looks exactly like their parent?
No, what is it?
Do you remember, Riggins?
No.
Like Cade, Ace's son, looks just like him. So they would say two things. One is, boy, he put his mark on that one, didn't he? And then the other is, he looks like he was dug out of his daddy's butt with a spoon.
Ew. What? I do like that, but that's gross.
Oh, it's very gross.
It is very gross. It is very gross.
Ugh. My favorite is still staring like a tree full of owls. That's my favorite. We got squirrels in his head.
No, what's the one you liked the other week?
Quicker than a cat licking its butt.
No.
No? Which one was it?
Crazy as a bed bug.
Yeah,
Crazy as a bed bug.
Crazy as a bed
You really
bug.
like
Yeah,
that?
that was hilarious.
Crazy as a bed bug.
Crazy as a bed bug.
My favorite one is still the nervous cat.
Yeah, nervous as a cat in a room full of nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I mean, that's like real good country. Be more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Whore in church is another nervous
Or
one.
reaching for the door like, what is it, like a biscuit?
That one's a crazy one because it just.
Yeah, I've been driving since you were reaching for the doorknob thinking it was a biscuit.
I mean,
Like, why would you ever think a doorknob was a biscuit?
Because you're a little dumb kid. You don't know no better. You know you like biscuits, but
I would know better when I was little.
when you were a toddler.
So young that it's just something round that you thought was a biscuit. It's pretty funny.
But I never liked those sayings, and my wife does it all the time. It's just gross when you imagine it, and I think it's because I always have that problem of when people say stuff, I look at it in my head in a literal sense. Like when my wife will say, if somebody has been clingy or whatever, they're up my butt. When the kids were little, I mean, he has been up my butt all day.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'm like, oh, that's gross.
Up my butt.
Stop being up my butt.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
And my dad used to say one that I thought was nasty until I really learned what it was. And he'd say, "Oh, you already shot your wad."
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds gross, nasty. But it's not. It's a gunpowder and wadding from old school way of loading guns. Doesn't have anything to do with sex, but it could.
It all depends on how you use it.
Be cooler if it did.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if it did.
No, we're not.
Right, man.
Up my butt all day. And still up it.
Yeah, get out my butt, dude.
Has been up there. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live in their ass. That was our business manager, Adam, said he was going to live in somebody's ass. And the other day, he emailed me. He goes, I know you love stories about when I'm living in somebody's ass. Well, I got a new one today. I'll call you later. I went, okay.
I know you love stories about me living in someone's ass.
That's what he said. And I did think that was funny. He said, I'm going to live inside their ass until I get an answer on this. I'm going to set up a house in their ass, a tent. I think that's what he said. I'm going to set up a tent in their ass until I get an answer.
Set up camp.
Set up a camp in their ass. I said, go ahead, man. That'll work, I'm sure.
Mm. Yeah, he does get all New Yorky sometimes.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Amanda watching on YouTube said, I say that my kids have climbed up my butt and moved in.
Yeah.
When they're being super clean.
I heard this friend of Jody's when her one of her kids was a toddler. You know, sometimes they get all like, "Mom, mom, mom," and they just when she's trying to talk, and finally she looks down at it and goes, "What do you want? You just want to get back up inside me? Is that what you want?"
Yeah.
I was like,
And don't say that to the kid.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
I do not like that.
But then again, I almost think.
Distribute.
I mean, is that open to anybody?
Yeah. I'll get up in there.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. Share Funny has its own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
There's a case in Nevada where they have accused a prostitute at the Bunny Ranch of going crazy and firing off a gun inside there.
Well,
she says she's falsely accused. Her name is Savannah Henderson, known as Tiara Tay. And Tuesday night, she put up on her Twitter after posting bail, asking users to subscribe to her OnlyFans account to hear her side of the story with all of the quote-unquote juicy details. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what went on while I was in jail and this and the other. But you got to go subscribe to my OnlyFans account to get that. Wow, what a tease. We need her working for us.
But she hasn't. Her name is Savannah.
Yeah.
Yet she still has a stage name, because her real name is better than her stage name.
Savannah Henderson.
Savannah is
Tiara
way better
Tay.
than Tiara Tay, I think. So who did she say fired off the gun, or did nobody go to the OnlyFans to find out for that part of the story?
Well, she was arrested Monday night at the brothel. She's a self-described, quote, pleasure and orgasm specialist, end quote. She said that they got the wrong person. She says, spoiler surprise, falsely accused, lawyer check, charges dropped. But I think she may be confused with being out on bail and the charges being dropped. They're not exactly the same thing. Y'all thought y'all got me, LOL. Stay tuned for my OF link with juicy details and info of court. I'm free to walk and roam. Hope everyone's having a great week. I'm feeling relief. End quote. She's pretty.
Is she?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't
The
look
Bunny
like...
Ranch that's like the main one. That's the good one.
Yeah. One that was on the HBO show and all that. I mean, she doesn't look like a filthy, dirty prostitute whore.
No, she's an orgasm specialist.
No, she just, if you saw her on the street, you would just think, she's kind of, that's a pretty redneck girl.
Savannah Henderson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she looks like a redneck.
Yeah.
But not a dirty, skanky whore. You'd never describe her as that.
Of course not. I would never.
I wouldn't.
And I got news for you. The people that are subscribing to your OnlyFans don't give a shit about your story time. I mean, they're not paying. They're like, I got to hear more details.
It's not a documentary
Yeah.
that they care about.
Pull your panties off. Come on.
They said that the deputies responded to a report of shots fired inside the establishment. Heard several more gunshots when they arrived. No one was harmed during the shooting. However, Henderson allegedly locked herself in a room, and crisis negotiation team members were called in for assistance. Now, that's the thing. If you're in the crisis negotiation team, you're normally not thinking that you're going to have to go to a brothel to talk someone down.
That's true.
You know, you dream of that day, but you don't think that it's really going to happen.
And if you're innocent, why are you locked into a room?
And it took her hours to surrender after that. So the whole thing happened about 9:30. It wasn't until 12:30 that she came out. She was, though, I mean, she's not just, some fly-by-night part-timer at the Bunny Ranch. She was a cover model, like a cover model of a big publication in 2019, a legitimate magazine, Hustler.
Nice.
Yeah, she was the March 2019 cover of Hustler magazine. She's been charged with 4 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Oh! Convicted felons can't have no firearms.
Oh, no.
That's why the Duke boys on Dukes of Hazzard always shot bow and arrows with dynamite on them. But they couldn't have firearms, so they had bows and arrows. Others, let's see. Discharging a firearm where others may be endangered and obstructing and resisting a peace officer. Hey, man, I'm just an officer out here trying to get a peace. I'm a peace officer. She said, I'm going to drop an OnlyFans. I'm going to talk about most of the details on there, but if you want to know what happened at Dennis Hoff's world-famous Moonlight Bunny Ranch, make sure and effing subscribe. So she's like, I'm going to tell all.
Make sure and effing subscribe.
She seemed to revel in the attention. Writing, quote, all eyes on me. Emails skyrocketing, people wanting bookings and meetups. Maybe Dennis was right. All publicity is good publicity. The word watching right now, it says word, she means world. The world watching right now, what I do next. Stay tuned.
Wow. Don't worry, we will.
You're saying the world is watching what you're going to do next. Oh.
So a woman who wanted to stay anonymous, but she is a retired Bunny Ranch employee, called Henderson a, quote, crazy, bully, Barbie, bitch, and a total effing nutcase, end quote.
Wait, what is it all again?
Crazy, bully, Barbie, bitch, and a total effing nutcase.
Okay.
She bullied other ladies for years. Attacked others. Another one tweet. I witnessed when I worked there. You wish, bitch, LMAO. You're going to eat your words after you see this court info. That's what Tiara said back to that lady who tweeted that. Make sure and subscribe to my OF for the juicy details. Well, let's do it, y'all.
How much is it?
I don't know.
I'd
How
be
much?
willing to pay for that.
Are they different prices?
Yeah.
OnlyFans subscriptions?
Sure.
Yeah, you set your price, I think.
Yeah, I want to hear the story.
You set the price as an owner of the OnlyFans or as a subscriber?
As the owner.
That'd be a pretty good deal. If the,
No, I'm going to pay one penny.
I'll give you $1 a month to start. If I like what I see, then I'll bump that up. You got room for growth here.
Savannah, you getting $1.
Crazy ass bully Barbie bitch.
Who's a total nutcase? I got a feeling the juicy details are she locked herself in a room and fired a gun.
So shooting it off.
She's got a tattoo right above her, below her belly button, above her crotch. It says independent. I've never seen that placement before. Like right above.
That's what makes her independent.
What?
That thing.
That
thing.
Get that thing. Get the
The
thing.
money that she'd be getting from that thing.
That's how she stays independent.
Exactly.
Isn't that where the Kardashian woman's man?
Lamar Odom. That's what I was gonna
yeah.
ask. I thought that's where he was passed out or lived or something.
Yeah.
He had a whole suite there.
And again, I'm shocked every time I see that brothel featured on some show where they do a video of it. Where, how is it not more luxurious and nice in there? I mean, it looks raggedy and it looks dirty. Even all that money that he was paying for that suite to be his for however long at a time, it just looked like an old, just a back room somewhere. It had a refrigerator in it, a couple of beds. Yeah. Kind of like what you would imagine a FEMA trailer looked like.
Yeah, what you'd always heard about it. That was my take the first time when that show was on HBO a long time ago. They had a show about that. And the first time I ever watched that show, it's one of those, well, this isn't nice at all. I thought it was like,
You would think it would be like super upscale or
that's
something.
why they made the way they made it sound. Like it's a nice bar area. And I pictured it like a hotel, as if they built a little
like a
mini
resort.
hotel there. And it turned out it looks like a motel.
Yeah, it looks.
It looks just like a regular house.
Like one of those school trailers. When they have too many kids in the class, they bring those trailers in. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, it was nothing like I had it in my mind based on what I had always heard about it when you first saw it.
Well, the guys that are going to the bunny ranch don't really have an eye for interior design. I don't know. They,
but
they're like,
they're
we can
paying
get
a
by
lot
with
of
this.
money, though. They pay.
I don't know what it costs. Is it a lot of money?
Yeah, I'm sure if you go in
I
there
would think.
just for sexual relations, it's probably costing $500, $300 to $500.
Their website is crazy.
They have a menu on there.
They have a menu. I'm like looking at the
Does it have some
bios.
prices on it?
It doesn't. I don't see prices right now.
What the hell's an Oklahoma pumpkin pie? Why the hell does it cost $600?
Oh, wait, that's the one where she put pop rocks in her mouth.
How much that cost? How much would it cost me to bring in 2 Dobermans and an inflatable pool?
Too much, I tell you that.
Probably.
Too damn much. I ain't got that kind of money.
But are you still looking for no pricing on the website?
No, I'm reading their bios.
Call them. They're
For the
open
girls?
24, I think, aren't they? 24/7.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
Bios.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. This is the Ace and This is the Ace and This is the Ace and TJ Show. This is the Ace and TJ. This is the Ace and TJ. This is the This is the Ace and TJ Show. This is the Ace and TJ Show. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family.
Let's go!
What What are y'all doing?
Got some children over here.
What are y'all doing?
Alexis is still reading through the Bunny Ranch website.
Oh.
You should let her read that if she's willing to. It's pretty funny. It might be too much.
It's too. I feel like it might be too much. It's making me cry so fast.
They're talking. It's like descriptions.
It's the menu.
Yeah, descriptions of the services they offer, but it's like so dramatic and lustful.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
And you think the average Bunny Ranch patron can even read that and know what it is? Like, you think their vocabulary is fast?
What? No.
Because on the show they never showed any. On the HBO program, they never showed anybody who looked to be super sophisticated or anything coming in there. And I always wonder if they had ringers, like people who were set up to come in there and do certain things. Like they have Pawn Stars, that show Pawn Stars that's been on forever. Well, they did one of those where it was a spinoff and they featured this guy in Alexandria, Louisiana. And I think it was called Cajun Pawn Star. And he had the Elvis haircut and glass, the whole thing. And I heard that they would have, like, his cousin or somebody would be set up to come in on the show and act like they're trying to pawn something or whatever. It was kind of just set up. I wonder if the Bunny Ranch show had that, where it's like, hey, we know this old fella here. You can go in and ask for, whatever, a Pop Rocks special or something like that.
Think about that, though. You're going to be seen. You're agreeing to go in, and pay for it. And they filmed most everything. Mm-hmm. They filmed, them in the room with the women and some touching and all that kind of stuff as well. Yeah, they had cameras in there. They didn't show sex, but they showed fooling around and stuff.
Yeah, but look at it this way, though. It would probably be someone who already had a personal relationship with the people who run the Bunny Ranch.
Well, that's true.
I mean, they got to be trash anyway. Yeah. They don't care if their mama watches them on HBO.
I guess not.
Getting a Pop Rock special.
Sure.
Now you see me on TV, Mama?
Yeah, that was me.
Turn on HBO tonight.
I used some of that money they gave me and brought you a dime bag, Mama. Because Vegas is a redneck place outside of the Strip and all of that. And the performers, if you're just a regular Joe or Josephine living in Las Vegas or in that area of Nevada, you're probably a redneck.
Yeah.
Like Jacksonville.
I just saw this story. Mark Wahlberg just moved out of L.A. and he sold his house for like $55 million. I mean, it was a palatial estate. And he's like a super religious guy. Mm-hmm. And he's moving his whole family outside of Las Vegas. I think it's Hendersonville, whatever, where all the rich people live outside of Vegas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I don't know, like you're like ultra Catholic dude, like moving out of LA. I get that. But then moving to Las Vegas, it seems like, 6 and 1/2 dozen.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to be in the middle of all that debauchery and everything.
And as you point out,
the taxes are better. It's a free state.
Where he lives outside of Vegas is probably very different than what you get every day in Vegas.
Yeah, he lives out there with Pauly D and them.
Yeah, probably.
Because isn't Pauly D? Is he the DJ one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Out in Vegas.
Yeah. He made a lot of money being a DJ and all outside of the Jersey Shore stuff.
Yeah,
so I think he's got the most money of any of them.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Alexis, are you going to keep your nails that color every time because it's Jay's favorite color?
No, that was just for his birthday. I'm actually getting my nails done Monday.
Whew, thank God.
Shut up.
I mean, they look like you've been working on a bicycle chain. They all chipped up.
They're not even chipped. Leave me alone.
That's his favorite color, neon green?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In general or just on your nails?
I think just nails. He just kind of put out there, he's like, my favorite color for nails is neon green if you want to do something special for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
In other words,
sure, dude.
Those damn nails better be neon green next time I see you.
I got a thing for Slimer from Ghostbusters. So if you could do neon,
can you just paint your nails with a highlighter?
Like bright.
I like them to glow in the dark.
Green does it for me.
Yeah, do they glow in the dark?
No,
they
I
look like
wish.
they glow.
They
in the
do.
dark.
I know, but they don't. I've had glow in the dark nail polish before, and it's really cool.
Is it?
I'm just in the dark.
It's a good thing you don't get high.
Yeah. What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. Might do like a light pink or orangey red.
Well, those clean colors are the ones that Riggins was talking about yesterday.
Clean girl aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Clean
go
your
through
shit up.
phases.
Long story short, clean your shit up. Okay.
Your shit's looking a little shitty.
I mean, I think when they're described as looking like you've been working on a bicycle chain, that's a pretty good hint. She's looking rough.
At least I'm not missing one, which usually is the case.
You're not missing a fingernail?
Yeah.
That always looks good, I think.
Good for you.
They had to be 6 inches long. I mean, and she's trying to eat a burger, and it was so odd looking.
I saw that commercial last night or yesterday afternoon, and I thought the same thing. Like, that's wild.
I always wonder just how do you wipe your butt, dude, with those kind of nails?
You think she's doing it or she has
She
somebody?
probably-
Do you have to wipe the
I probably would still feel like I have to or something because I feel like then your butt's wet.
Doesn't it blow on you to dry you? Doesn't it have a blower on it?
I don't think so. Or maybe it does. I really don't know. A bidet? No, it's just like a water fountain.
But I thought there was a dryer on it too. And then you got, like, say, if you're in a public place and they have one, then you got to walk over to that hand dryer and try to stick your butt up on it.
Ass up. Like Jody with those jeans the other day. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're not going to just pull your pants back up and your butt's wet.
I know, that's
that'd
that's
be
gross.
Weird. But they probably don't have bidets in public, though, right?
I was just kidding.
And I wouldn't want to use a bidet that's a public bidet, I don't think.
You wouldn't want to go into Hardee's? What's wrong with you?
It's a bidet part.
Yeah.
Hardee's? No, not Hardee's. Holy cow. Oh, God.
No thanks.
You're just a snob.
I heard a lot about that.
The Share Funny Podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store. All Share Funny material copyright ATJ Incorporated 2021.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. This is the Ace and TJ Show.